Hello, everybody, and welcome to ArmedMojo Friends. Um, hopefully everybody's doing good. I want to welcome Oblivion, Raging Machine. How you guys doing?
Doing good.
Doing great.
Awesome. And it's St. Patty's Day, everybody. So celebrate.
Top of the morning, or I should say evening.
Top of the evening, drink some whiskey.
And we decided to bring two guests back at the same time, which we got Nine Gates of Hell and Captain Kernal. Welcome back, guys.
What's up? Glad to be here.
How you doing?
How you guys doing?
Ready to do this stream.
You know it. Always doing good.
All right.
On rolling, baby.
Huck the May with us. Happy St. Patrick's.
Book to me with us.
With us.
Where's me fucking belt?
As always, we're gonna have Mr. Cheto playing tonight.
No, it's not
Not
Cheto.
Cheeto, not today.
Tito.
It's
It's
Pendijo.
name.
Is it Pendijo?
Oh, we're gonna have
his name is
Pendijo this
pretty
time.
What's his
big
uh?
over. He's
his
going
name?
by
Pendijo?
Mandark.
Mandark, yeah, there we
Got
go.
his team called Mandark.
Call him
Yeah,
Mandark.
Call
so-
him Mandark.
Wait. What's his name though? We're like, why can't we say it?
I guess we can.
Well, you don't want to say it.
Well, we
Anonymous.
decided to
He
get
was-
rid of Tito,
He shall
And,
stay anonymous.
and we decided to get a new streamer, Pendijo. Let's see how he does.
Mandark.
Hopefully, get some wins up there for us.
Then
So
are we checking out the comments? Are we looking at the comment section or no?
if anybody has some questions, comments, make sure you guys leave y'all's questions towards the end of the video, and we'll try to answer everybody's questions. But enjoy the stream and let's get this podcast going.
Do this thing, man.
So what's our first topic? What do we want to discuss?
Anthem from EA. So apparently this game got red flagged again, got pushed back or canceled to my knowledge.
I don't think it got canceled. It didn't get canceled, right?
It got pushed back because
Okay.
it lost two Bioware lead developers.
No, so
A lot
And
of
it's really
bad.
big though.
I guess paint the picture with Anthem is like what was that game supposed to be? What was it supposed to be about? Really?
Well, the trailer really doesn't show much. It just shows how it might look like. I mean, area.
Yeah.
But I mean, it does look great though. I gotta admit that. Even I got excited.
Yeah,
You know. But and then just looking at that, it's EA and all the little controversies that they've done with, the way they're doing their games. So of course, I have a red flag for it already.
yeah, because
but-
of the loot boxes and everything.
Especially the microtransactions.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, it's something that's bothering a lot of people. They've been voicing their, but now that they lost this, Bioware's two developers that are pretty much the ones that are going to tell the story. Now
Yeah.
they're gone. So now where does that leave that? Now you have the controversy with the microtransactions. You don't know if they're going to implement them in that game. Plus, now you don't know how the story's going to find up, or is it complete or whatnot? So now that red flag is pretty much like not a flag, it's a sinking ship. Me,
You think so?
I do.
Do we know anything about the two guys that left, or have they worked on other games?
I know one of them has worked on Mass Effect 1 and 2,
Oh,
and so once I heard that to me was just like, okay, damn, I'm
Damn, so
definitely gonna skip this game.
this should have been a really good game then,
Yes.
just based on story. But
Should have been like a Mass Effect, like not like a prequel, but more like something that's similar to Mass Effect. Look, to me, what I'm seeing, it looks like a open world mech suit type video
Yes.
game, which is, I mean, hell, I'm all down for that. I mean, and plus a lot of games like Titanfall have copied that similarities and all that stuff, but
yeah, Titanfall didn't. I mean, at least Titanfall 1 didn't really have a story though,
no,
right?
it was all
It was
multiplayer.
Just
You know-
since
You know what it kind of looks like?
What?
Looks like the game what Mass Effect should have been.
Oh, Andromeda, yeah,
Yes.
and that's what I'm
See?
looking at right now. It looks like how Andromeda should have been, and as I'm looking at this beautifully open world, and it looks like there's a lot of monsters, not like aliens, but it might be aliens, but
well, when I saw the trailer, I mean, granted, Monster Hunter wasn't out then when the trailer was released or the gameplay was released.
Yeah.
But it reminded me a lot of that once I played Monster Hunter, because you saw these massive beasts in
Sci-fi Monster Hunter.
yeah, pretty much, right?
Yeah.
But that looked pretty intriguing. Like after I played Monster Hunter, I was like, oh, maybe Anthem doesn't look so bad, because they didn't even go for the big guy in the trailer, right? They just showed him and were like, oh, we better stay away from this guy, and they just went around him.
So that's just my thoughts on this Anthem game that in trouble. I don't know what where they're gonna get for story, because I think EA has said that story driven games are not popular,
Yeah,
and yet we have had a couple of games that have been very successful, and they're just story driven. So I don't know how they have the, for them to say that. I don't think they should have done that. So now that they lose their lead developer on story,
yeah,
now what do you think is gonna happen to that game?
yeah. But I mean,
For EA to say that, oh, story is not a problem, that's a load of crap. I mean, a lot of people like me and maybe Gus, for instance, and maybe Nine Gates, for instance, we play games for story and we enjoy it. It has to be a good story, of course. And to see EA say, oh, we're more focused on the multiplayer aspect, and especially with Battlefield 2, we want the loot boxes to carry everything. We want it to be like a gambling system. No, that's not how you run a successful franchise. And especially for Star Wars. Star Wars is a great franchise alone. You don't have to run anything. No gambling based multi-based transactions or anything. And to me, it seems why a bunch of the lead developers left, because I mean, they were focusing on story, and it seems that's why they left, because they're shutting down the story, or they're either chopping the story in half. And
well, that happened with another game too, right? Where they try to focus more on the multiplayer side of it, and which one was it? Fable? You know how that new Revolutions, weren't they trying to focus on multiplayer?
oh yeah.
And it completely failed.
But it's because Fable 3 wasn't that good.
No,
Like,
but
anyways.
it's still they were still trying to do the story though in Fable
Yeah, they
3,
were.
and then they completely scrapped the story and then focus more on multiplayer. And then
And
I
that
think
guy can too.
it didn't even come out.
No, they had a beta,
can.
and then after that beta, they just decided to scrap it.
Mm.
They
Yeah.
made like a like a
Card game.
Hearthstone.
Yeah, like a
Kinda
card game
something like
almost. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Like
that
something
one
like
got
that.
released.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, I mean, once I saw the trailer or whatever they had completed on that, what is it? It was Fable Revolutions.
I
Is
don't
that
know.
what it was?
I believe it was.
Or that new Fable that they were trying to come out with. Once I saw the trailers for it, I was like, I'm gonna skip that.
It was like League of Legends. They try to go like that route.
Yeah.
But
Let's see.
EA is conducting their, how they're doing their, about them saying not story driven, visceral games. They bought them too,
They
and
shut them down, right?
they shut them down, and it's they have one of my favorite games that I've played, which is Dead Space.
Oh yes.
I played 1 and 2. I skipped 3 because they started implementing co-op and then the multiplayer, and
You know, like the co-op.
I don't like that because the game is supposed to be survival horror.
Oh,
Not a team-based survival horror.
Exactly. So 1 and 2 I absolutely enjoy. I think it's a fantastic game. But the third one really just, once I saw that it was co-op, I was like, you know what, skip on this. And yes, I was right.
but why
it
though?
didn't do well.
Like, it didn't do well.
It didn't do well either.
Yeah, it didn't do well, and plus, like, that game especially, it's EA, and they focused a lot of it on their multiplayer. That game did have a multiplayer. It was kind of like a horde mode, if I'm not mistaken, but
Also, that's where they dropped the
that's
ball.
where they kind of dropped the ball. And to me, when I played about half of that game, I didn't finish it. To me, like, the survival horror was kind of scrapped. Like, you get maybe glimpses of it, but after that, like, all of it's just action. And then, like, the monsters all of a sudden now have guns. Yeah, so I'm like, in the game, and when you play Dead Space 1 and 2, they don't carry guns. They just try to hack at your ass the whole time. So I'm just like,
I remember those. What would you call them? Are they undead? They're not undead. There's just some kind of creatures. The monsters that are coming at you.
It's like some sort of no,
Evil
they're not.
Dead.
Almost like the Evil Dead. It's like some sort of like pillar, some sort of like arc pillar
Oh.
that was like they've been harvesting in these planets. So they've been just building up in certain parts of the world or these planets, and like I guess if they mess with them, or certain people mess with them long enough, it can cause people just to die and then become recreated creatures.
Oh,
Yeah. So
Yeah, that's crazy.
And it kind of tells you that in the first Dead Space game, like the doctor, she kept messing with it long enough, and then she kind of became possessed with it,
Mhm.
and then it just kind of took over her, and then
Yeah.
it started possessing everybody on the ship, freaked everyone out.
Yeah, because I remember watching those trailers, man. Those trailers used to freak me out, and I would used to watch the gameplay of that game. Man, once I saw those babies with the damn, what is it? They had like blades.
Yeah, the babies with blades.
I was like, yeah, I ain't gonna kill. that is way too
and then
creepy.
Dead Space 2, they had children
Really?
running at you, your little children just running at you, just jumping on you and trying to beat you up.
Yeah, screw that. That was way too creepy. Nah, I don't really like scary games. I just skipped that one.
You know why EA has been trying to implement, multiplayer? Because FIFA and Madden, crazy amounts of money.
Yeah, do any of us here play those games?
No.
I mean, I would say me. I
Maybe
was the last
Cheeto.
one, you know.
Yeah.
You spend money though.
Well, not on the.
Why would you have to
career.
spend money?
I guess like card games or to collect the character or whatever.
Yeah,
No,
like
but
the
why?
players.
Yeah, to build your team.
Okay, so let me kind of
know more
let me explain on that. So basically, I forgot the right name, but it's basically campaign, right?
Mhm.
So on the campaign,
It's like a fantasy team that you
yeah,
build?
it's a fantasy team, but you have a bunch of nobodies, you know, on your team, and
to
you
start.
can- to start, yeah. So you can either create your own character, and basically grow your guy, right?
Yeah.
But what happens is, on that card where everybody's spending money,
Yeah.
is they're creating a team on those cards.
Yeah.
So it's like, look at it like Yu-Gi-Oh or Pokemon. You know, they have their card games, right?
Yeah.
And those card games identify each player. So you can have Messi, right? Now it's rare to hit those top players.
Mm.
So you send out your team versus somebody else's team. You know what I mean? And hopefully that they don't have a Messi on their team, because if you have a Messi on your team, you're basically gonna destroy that opponent.
Wait, but so it's like a manager mode, or do you
It's-
actually play?
No, you can play it. You can play it, but you just play with that team that you have currently. Which most likely your average team is not gonna be like a 80 overall. Might be like a 60, 70 ish. You know, and it's rare to get those. Like I said, those top players. So you're just gonna have maybe one. Let's say like David Villa or something, and you hope that can be your opponent, you know.
I got you.
So it's rare to get those top players,
Unless you spend the money.
unless you spend the money to get those drop boxes. You know, it's like a pack of
yeah.
cards. Yeah,
Microtransactions.
Yeah,
Phone
microtransactions.
game.
yeah,
Like a phone.
exactly. Like that Dragon Ball Z game, you know.
Joking.
Dokkan Battle.
Yeah, so it's basically that's the way it works.
That generates a lot of money.
Yeah, and it's
See, but that's
because everybody wants the top players.
that's these damn mobile games. But that's where they got the formula, right? These damn mobile games.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
Because if you hit like a Prince in Dubai or something, you're just gonna keep buying all that shit, right? You just gotta hit one whale, and then they.
Exactly, it's called FIFA Ultimate Team. I think that's what it's called.
Yeah, I was about to say the team.
Speaking of that, there was a guy in China.
Yeah.
He ended up spending like $75,000.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking
on
about.
an app game.
On an app game. Yeah, I think it was some based on some anime.
Yeah,
game,
something weird.
And yeah, he plays it non-stop, like
Some-
24 hours a day.
He's a
and-
rich kid or what?
Oh yeah,
Nah.
he streams.
He didn't look that rich.
He don't look rich, but he streams.
But
And
we know he
makes-
has the money to spend.
and he has the money to spend it from his Twitch followers and from
God.
YouTube, and he just plays it nonstop. The dude I've seen the video, he was playing it while he was eating whole like a big plate of food, and he was just still playing the game the whole time.
Yeah,
It's like,
all he does is eat, play, and poop. He says that's all I do. He's like, unless I'm taking a shower, I'm eating. Other than that, I'm gonna be on the game 24/7.
on the
I was
game
like,
20
Dude, that's where all these AAA games are getting that shit from. Just want to hit these whales and make all the money, but I mean, aren't they making already like good amount of money just by selling the game?
Well, think about this. Let's go back again with EA. You know, the bad publicity
selling the game?
with the microtransactions for that Battlefront.
Mhm.
It hit them hard.
Oh yeah, well it started a whole movement.
Exactly. You know.
Like you even got governments looking into it.
Yeah. You know, and it's the truth. You know, it's like it was actually a pay to win.
Yeah,
You know, but they kept trying to put a whole bunch of excuses and trying to make it seem like it wasn't. When people are not dumb,
Yeah.
we know where we're spending our money.
Yeah.
Just because you say only because the company says it's not, you're gonna be like, oh well, it isn't. Here you go. Here's my debit card.
Yeah.
It's stupid for them to actually say that.
Yeah.
And they say it to reporters,
Yeah.
game reporters. What do you think they're gonna do? Of course they're gonna report, and they let them know what they said.
Yeah.
And here's the backlash. Now they fixed it. Apparently the update for Battlefront that's coming probably soon gonna fix that. Now you can do progress by daily accomplishments, little missions and stuff like that. You can't buy the star cards no more. You're gonna have to earn them.
That's how it should have been from the get go.
That's the thing though. So now that you fixed it, why should I spend my money on you anyways? Because you still tried to rip me off in the first place.
Yeah. Well, the only reason, man, I was looking so forward to that game when it was gonna get released.
A lot of people
And
were.
then I was about to buy it too, just because it was Star Wars, just playing as a stormtrooper and then using all the
And plus, you get to play
heroes.
as. You don't get to play as the rebels. You get to play as the rebellion.
Oh yeah,
for the
yeah.
first time in a game. But
Well, yeah,
then
especially
again,
in the story.
yeah.
Too,
Then
right?
again, the story's only what 5 hours long
Four.
or four.
Or
And like you play
chapters.
maybe
Yeah,
you play 2 missions as the
Yeah,
Empire, and then
yeah.
you're like, okay, what happens?
See, even with that, I wouldn't. Well, this is just my opinion. I wouldn't really mind it if it's good. If the story's good and it's 5 hours, I'll be like, all right, whatever. But I mean, cause like looking from my perspective, like I gotta work. I really don't have time to be spending a shit ton of hours in the game. I mean, if they got that and then they got more DLC and stuff, maybe if it's good,
Yeah.
if it's fulfilling. To
Invest
me,
your time into it.
I wouldn't mind it. You
Well,
know
here's
what I
the
mean?
thing though. So if let's say the story is not great, and you only have 5 hours to pass the game or
Mhm.
whatever, and then you pass it, and then what are you gonna feel like? You're gonna be like, damn, I
Yeah,
spent
but
5 hours doing this.
Then you got the multiplayer though, right?
But that's
That-
the point though. If they're trying to tell you the story of a story of Star Wars,
Yeah.
which popularity wise, it's out there.
Yeah, yeah.
So if they give you a story for like 4 hours
Mhm.
and you spend $60, I think it should give you more than just 4 chapters.
Well,
two
yeah.
chapters,
I mean,
going against
I-
the good guys, and then all of a sudden you turn their back because they're doing, heinous things, and then
No, yeah, but I could
See
see
what I'm
that, but they fooled me into buying the first one, which had no story. You know what I mean? So if they got a story plus the multiplayer, then
here's the thing though. But
Still
the first
okay.
one was it was straight up multiplayer.
straight up
You knew what you were
multiplayer,
buying.
oh yeah,
See what I'm saying? Right here, you're like, oh, it has story, and then they don't tell you that it's 4 hours. So
Really?
this- No, they don't tell you. They didn't tell you.
They just say this is
It-
the first
What-
Battlefront game that had a story, had a legit story that is relative to the
The
sagas that
universe?
we're getting
Yeah.
now. Yeah.
So once it got released and people played, they were like, it's only 4 hours.
Oh.
That's where a lot of complaints also came out.
Yeah,
This is $60 game for a 4 hour story.
yeah.
That's not right.
I gotcha.
Was there early reviews for it though?
Multiplayer.
No,
It
there
was
was no
only
story?
multiplayer.
There was no early
There was no
reviews.
They didn't
story.
release the story.
Oh, okay, so
story
that
mode?
was the shady part.
Yeah.
If there was
The-
early reviews,
The microtransactions started getting because of the beta. Yeah. And then once it came out, everybody was just like, "Are you kidding me?"
Did you guys ever play that game that was released with the PlayStation? Was it PlayStation 4?
Killzone.
No. There's another one like in the it was right around the Victorian age.
Oh,
Order
Order
1886.
The Order.
1886.
Did you guys play that?
I haven't
that
played
one.
it, so
Did you play it?
Yeah.
What did you think of that?
To me, I was like the way I would describe it. It was a little too late on the nose for a new release game. Like,
Well,
like,
no,
like,
I'm-
say,
I'm-
well,
I'm-
like say like if it should have been a console release game. It
I think
shouldn't have
it
been.
was.
No, it wasn't. It was
Wasn't?
like the console came out like
It was pretty
6
early.
to
though.
7,
Yeah, it was-
6,
it was
like
like-
6 to 8 months before the Order
but
1886 came
that's
out.
still
But like
pretty-
to be honest, that game should have been coming out.
Well,
like,
I'm
right when the console was released.
not. All right, well,
Because there's basically no gameplay aspect to the game. The game is straight up a cinematic. If you look at it,
yeah, but that's pretty much what Uncharted is.
no,
Yeah, it is.
Uncharted has more game.
Yeah, but it's the same guns over and over again, though.
Yeah, but it has at least it has a functioning gameplay and a longer gameplay, and it has puzzle aspects.
So you didn't
and
even
all
like
this.
it? You
I
didn't
did like
it?
the Order 18. I like the way it looked.
Yeah.
But other than that, it should have been a release title basically. Because
No, but-
all it is just
Well, I'm just trying to
it's
say.
just a graphically pleasing game to look at.
So you didn't even like the story?
I like the story, but I'm saying the way it's represented, it's
Yeah.
just a graphically pleasing game to look.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's
Well,
all
that-
it is. I mean, you barely have any gameplay moments.
Yeah, but that's where they spent all their time, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They tried to make the game look beautiful. There was a story there, which I enjoyed, actually. I enjoyed the
story's
order.
good, yeah.
I enjoyed the order. Yeah, it wasn't that long. Well, to me, yeah, it wasn't that long. It was around 5 hours.
About
too,
5 hours.
right? So, I mean, I wanted more. I was actually hoping they made another game. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that left me wanting. You know, it was like I enjoyed the whole atmosphere, the
Well,
the
Victorian
time.
age.
Yeah, especially the guns. The
Yeah.
guns were, man,
Those
they
were
felt
cool.
they felt great.
Yeah, because the guns were engineered by Nikolai Tesla.
Yeah,
all that stuff. So
that was actually really cool. But going back to the story, like it hooked me. I wish they made another game. And if, let's say, Battlefront did the same thing, like in a 5-hour game, I would have been happy. You know what I mean? It's like that, but that's just my opinion. You know?
well, at
Like-
least with Battlefront 2, you get more of a story compared to the Order 1886. I mean, the Order 1886, you get story, you don't get much gameplay in it. There's not much gameplay. I mean, you'd probably get a couple of cutscenes there, but you don't really get to play the game. You're most likely just looking at it.
No, there was
Yeah.
this one level where, man, it took me a couple tries to beat. It's like this armored tank that comes out, and man, I think I wasted my guns or something because all I had was like a rifle and a couple pistols, and man, I remember, that frustrated the hell out of me. I think it took me like 2 days to beat him.
Wow.
Yeah. Or maybe just I sucked. I don't know.
Maybe one of the two.
Yeah, but it
I mean, yeah, the game itself, it was great. I like the story, but I mean, there's not much.
no, but
There's not much gameplay.
No, I
aspect to it.
understand.
And
I
there's that's where some people draw the line between I want a game where there's
Yeah, but
story.
it was-
I want a game where there's story and gameplay to comparative a game where
See, but-
I want more story and less gameplay.
See, but here's my point. It's like they were actually trying.
yeah,
They were trying,
They-
not
they
not
tried.
like EA. EA isn't trying at
Yeah,
all.
they're not even trying
You know what I mean?
anymore
So-
at this point. They don't even try.
So I think like when a game actually tries, they should get the benefit of the doubt for the next one. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? To make a better version of their initial release. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if EA would have done that, then I would have been okay. But since they didn't even try at all, that's like, yeah, fuck this. Fuck EA.
And it's funny you say that. You wish EA would try more. Seems like they're not going to anyways. 'Cause
Yeah,
It
yeah.
seems like they pulled the plug on Anthem at that moment.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like they're pulling the plug on Anthem, but who knows how that game is, if it's ever gonna come
I
out
mean,
or not.
Has it been confirmed that
They pushed it back. The actual webpage itself says 2019, which was supposed to show something
oh.
this year, but like,
What,
we're
you
not gonna
think they're
get
gonna show
it.
something on what, E3?
I don't think. I mean, they've done so far.
They're
But
they're gonna
I-
show another Battlefield. They're gonna show another FIFA. They're gonna show another Madden. They're probably gonna show a whole bunch of other titles that not many people want to see from EA. They want to see some story games, and we're not gonna get.
I think it's gonna be pretty crazy to announce it, but it's not gonna be as hyped, received because of the thing. There's rumors that Dragon Age works.
And that's another BioWare game.
And like I said, guys that do the story, two of them are gone. So now even that Dragon Age now is gonna be at a little. What's the storyline going to be like?
Mhm.
Also, now it's gonna suffer.
Well, that kind of gives me like a little flashback of like that game you guys were talking about, Order.
Yeah.
You know, because I didn't play it myself, but the feedback that I got from you guys was that it was a good game until the end. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
and that's what possibly could happen to Anthem.
But
This game seems a little bit more open world.
Well, yeah. Well,
but
besides that, I mean, but
Well,
I
you
mean,
think they laid out like a good
Hunk of
proof
it.
plan.
timeline of the story to where it's gonna be good up until we
Some
stop
point.
working on it.
I mean,
We still have a year
we're
working
not.
on it.
Yeah, but I mean,
That's a lot.
but the thing is, like, okay, so whenever like 5 years, 10 years ago, maybe. Whenever they showed E3, right? That same year, that game that they showed on E3 would have come out that year, right?
Yeah.
So now they're showing games that's gonna not even show up until like
Oh,
5 years from now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that has, that's the part that upsets me. But yeah, that's why I stopped watching it. But
yeah.
um, this Anthem, I mean, it looks good. It looks like a mix of a lot of games, and that's interesting to me because obviously I'm the PvP guy. I want to see what the multiplayer side of it, that game. But I don't know what EA is gonna do to that.
So for you guys, like, would have been the best game played that story wise?
General? EA
yeah.
or just in general?
Just in general, just like what have been the best games with story for you
You
guys?
know mine.
Metal Gear?
Metal Gear's not EA.
Oh,
No, no,
insane.
no,
No,
General.
it doesn't matter.
Oh,
like
then
overall, what's the
Metal
best
Gear.
game? Like, let's just go around the room. I guess like best game you.
Ivan Metal Gear.
I'd say Metal Gear and
Overall, or is there one
Let me
game
see,
that
let me
stood
see.
out, or what?
those are the games that stood out, but like their stories aren't, they're not as well organized and
Yeah.
well thought out throughout.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm the same way. Metal Gear for me, and then of course Mass Effect. But a lot of people have their doubts on the way the third one ended. To me, it's
Andromeda.
Andromeda. Hell no.
With that.
No, but
not excluding Andromeda.
If you
I
had-
am
if
not
you-
adding Andromeda to
if
the
you
Mass
had to
Effect
pick one,
series.
which one is the best?
With the story,
With the story.
2, Mass Effect 2.
Mass Effect 2.
Yeah, because that one
So
can
that
that
over
one can,
over all the
overall,
games that
yeah.
you played, it's Mass Effect.
Yeah, Mass Effect 2, because that one can end any way you want it.
Yeah.
Perfect.
But you ever?
I'm gonna go with recent games. I really like The Last of Us.
Yeah.
Oh, there
I
you go.
really enjoyed it, and you know what? I know that the second one's already being worked on. They're probably gonna do another great storyline.
Yeah.
It's a story-driven game, and I can't say enough about it. I enjoyed the. Can't wait for.
Last of Us is a game you haven't played, man. You should play. Like you should not deny yourself joy of playing that game. 'Cause, dude, man, going back to that damn game, dude, it was like you would have to take breaks just to like, man, I'm gonna stop right here.
the beginning part where he loses his daughter.
Yeah,
I got
dude.
like I shed a tear. I
I think a lot of people
I
cried
was
during
like,
that middle that
damn.
scene.
There was so much emotion just in that opening
that
scene.
first scene.
I didn't cry.
Get
Because
that.
I never
Yeah,
played
here.
it.
You got emotional inside a little
I
bit.
never played it, so I never cried.
Remember, it's not the story. Got like
Yeah, I kept telling Mojo to play it, and
We're
he
gonna
would
have to
not
tape- we're gonna
listen.
have to
Really
tape his
good.
eyes open just to watch it.
That game, so fulfilling. And Naughty Dog made it, right?
yeah, Naughty Dog, man.
Like they have a good track record, single player game, and it had multiplayer too.
And
I
it
did-
was actually pretty decent.
Yeah,
I
Crash
did.
games too.
Yeah, Bandicoot, Crash
Bandicoot.
Bandicoot.
but as far as story, I don't think anybody could touch Naughty Dog.
I don't know.
I don't know about that.
Metal Gear.
Here,
Nah.
if you played them all, you'll understand.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
I guess since I haven't played them.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I'm not gonna say nothing bad about Metal Gear. I played some of it, and I do enjoy it. You know, but like you say, you know, you have to play part something, and then the
Yeah, you have to start- you have
and
to
then
start
the,
from-
you know.
You have to start from Metal Gear Solid 3, Peace Walker,
Yeah.
5, and then
You
9
know,
you
so-
go back to 1.
So
Two,
you
and
know,
then
for
you
me to
end with
say,
4.
you know, it's not a great, you know, that would
Yeah.
be uncool of me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Your favorite series, guys?
The Last of Us,
That's what's too.
hands down. The last. Single player game.
Go.
I don't think we.
Hey, Halo.
like the-
Halo?
I'm old school on story modes, and
Super
Mario.
Mario.
I think for me, story mode wise is Halo, the Halo 1, 2, and 3. For me, that's like the standard. You know, it's like who can beat 1, 2, and 3, which I can say none because I haven't played story games in
The
so long.
Last of Us will beat it.
But I did like the Last of Us multiplayer. I played it
yeah,
a few
but
times.
we're not talking about multiplayer though. We're talking
But
about-
I mean,
talking about story.
I did like it. It reminded me so much of Gears, you know, kind
Yeah,
of a little bit.
yeah.
But it was pretty good. The game, I would say.
I only like the 007. Remember James Bond?
007.
Goldeneye.
You know that GoldenEye
They play
game.
a lot of
You
that.
know,
Yeah, but that was was-
story, but
It was mostly
It
for the
had a
multiplayer.
story.
yeah,
But it was a movie though.
It was more like a movie
It was-
story.
it was
You're
a
just
movie.
reenacting the scenes.
I just transition from one stage to the next. I was okay.
Yeah, yeah,
It's just like reacting. Time.
yeah. Speaking about story, have you guys we've all seen the Infinity War trailer.
I have.
I just watched it.
What did you think? Are you excited?
I'm hyped about it now. I mean, granted, and they said it's gonna be a 3-hour movie, so I mean that kind of intrigues me a little bit. I mean, it does make sense, and plus they've upped the release date toward next month, so instead of it coming out in May, it's coming out. That's also good. But the overall, I'm glad that the story is actually still taking place in Black Panther's Wakanda.
Yeah, yeah.
That's where the whole thing is gonna start. Where the whole war is gonna start. The first part of the war is gonna start. So I mean, if anybody's watched Black Panther, and people who like Black Panther, you're gonna like this movie even more because it's gonna involve a lot of Wakanda.
You seen the trailer, Oblivion?
Yeah. Saw the trailer.
Like that?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I liked everybody's reaction towards each other, especially Spider-Man. Man, you can't get enough Spider-Man, man. He's like so funny.
Probably the best Spider-Man right
Spider-Man ever, dude. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
The one I want to
now.
see is
I'll still agree with the Tobey Maguire, the first Spider-Man though, not Spider-Man 2 or 3.
No, but
Why Spider-Man 2?
but the thing about looking at all the Spider-Mans, you
Yeah.
know, you see the first Spider-Man ever. It reminds me so much of because I remember part 2. You know, when he's stopping the train. You know, he's like with his arms, he has the webs on the building. And
Oh
stuff.
yeah.
And his face that he makes, you know, it's just like so ugly. You know, that I'm like, that dude sucked. You know, it's just like it's just funny that he had that face. You know,
Kind of
Yeah.
face
and
would
those
you make
scenes.
though? Stopping a train.
I don't think he would care about your face.
I'll say.
Yeah, I don't think I care about my
Well,
face
I mean,
at that moment.
the fact
either.
that I was watching it,
Yeah.
now when looking at this Spider-Man, I think it's pretty
Stood
funny.
out.
Yeah, so I hate that Spider-Man now because
You should have been tougher. Yeah. But nah, this when I'm just looking forward to see everybody teaming up,
Yeah.
throwing down. I mean, I'm already prepared that some of these guys are gonna die, but
Yeah.
some of these guys ain't gonna make it.
Yeah.
But
I've told a lot of people like I think first person that's probably gonna go in this movie
Well,
is it's not really
Yeah,
a spoiler,
it's
but
not-
I
it's not
just my
spoiler, there's a
opinion.
prediction.
It's
It's
just
my
curious.
prediction,
It's prediction
but
for
I
the
think
movie.
Iron Man, Tony Stark will be the first person to die.
think so.
I think so because it seems like this trailer is focusing about him, and when you look at his character, it seems like he's more invested with what's going on.
Yeah.
And it seems like he might be the one who dies first.
if you pay attention to the first 2 trailers, it feels like it's implying like Iron Man is gonna die.
Iron Man's
though.
gonna die. Yeah. If you look at the first trailer, the very first one that came out, it does imply like Thanos is ripping off the Hulkbuster suit and just beating the shit out of Tony Stark.
no, but
And it's just like he
It'd be-
might be the first one to go.
It'd be
And-
pretty easy to kill him.
I
too,
mean, yeah, he's
once you
human,
get-
but
yeah,
I mean,
once you get the armor off. and
You
stuff.
watch the second trailer. What do you call it? The second one? It says like so
They're-
hopefully
hope
they
they'll
remember
remember
you,
you.
something like
Yeah,
that.
hopefully
but that's what.
And I
There's gonna be
think
two sides of the war. It's gonna happen.
once happened, the first part's in Wakanda, and the next part's Infinity Part 2 will be in New York.
No,
but
no.
they
Look
show
at the
New
trailer.
York, though.
Well, no, they show the part where they're invading New York, but then Wakanda's the first place that gets hit. Reason being because they're looking for the last Infinity Stone.
who has
Because
the
they don't
last
have
one?
the last. Then Wakanda.
Wakanda?
What's building Wakanda is the vibranium. That's what he needs is that last stone. If you
So
if you
it's
read
like-
the comics, you'll know
So it's like it's gonna be within the meteor.
Yeah.
Of
of Wakanda, like basically the life source.
I gotcha. You know, it'd be cool. Well, it probably won't happen, but Tony Stark builds an Iron Man suit out of vibranium. You don't think that'd be cool?
I mean, well, Black Panther does not trust Tony Stark.
Yeah, but still, just
I mean, but
throw,
still,
throw out
yeah.
disbelief. You know what I'm talking about? Well,
Yeah, just
you know what I mean? Like
the fantasy aspect.
Yeah. Well, the fantasy aspect.
yeah,
you know what I
super
mean?
fantasy aspect.
So, like, wouldn't that be cool? Like, if Tony Stark built the fucking Iron Man suit out of vibranium.
That would be cool.
I don't know if anybody thought of that, but you know what I mean?
Well, I mean, I think that we're gonna have 2 wars.
Yeah.
One was gonna be at that Wakanda place, but I think the first half of the movie, I guess the beginning,
Yeah,
gonna be another half.
yeah.
And I think that's where Tony Stark falls.
Think so?
The end of that.
I mean,
'Cause that's where you see his suit already torn up.
yeah.
He's,
And then
he's
you
pretty much getting
remember
busted
that
whole
first
scene.
trailer.
Mhm.
Thanos hits him
Yeah.
onto the floor. That's not Wakanda. That's another place.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm not
Well-
sure. I'm not. I still because it really doesn't show where it is at. It just shows like destruction everywhere.
Yeah, but they show
But
the
you look
the
at the
circular.
Yeah,
Environment. It's
you
totally
see a lot of
different.
structures and all that stuff.
Oh, but you see the circular structure in the first one, wherever Thor is trying to. I don't know what he's doing, but he's in the middle of the structure too. Structure is in New York, so that's got to be in the first movie.
It could be. Yeah, I mean it's.
Well, you think they're mixing up
They,
part
could,
1 and part 2
they probably could. They could.
these trailers?
I mean, I wish it'd be the part 1 Wakanda, and maybe him kind of just laying some ground in New York,
Yeah.
and then maybe it'll just end where being in New York and trying to fuck up everything.
Yeah.
I do want at least 3 to 4 characters to fall.
In this first one?
Oh yeah, I mean, I guarantee maybe 6 people fall down.
Because I think
That looks
like I said,
granted.
I think I've talked about it. I think Black Widow should be.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I think so. You know,
You say
'cause I mean,
Thanos slapper.
no, well, no, because I mean, he got other. You know, there's gonna be other people going on. It doesn't have to be Thanos eliminated every single hero
Yeah,
himself.
but he could though.
He could though. I mean,
No, but that's why he got.
And it's
Oh, but
funny,
he got
he-
Loki, and he got those other guys with him too.
yeah, he doesn't even
know?
need the gauntlet. He's powerful as he is.
It's like all the
anyways.
humans are easy pickings.
You know,
Like-
but I mean, he's more focused on getting that Infinity Stone.
Yeah,
You know, and it's just gonna be the heroes that are gonna stand in front of him that he's gonna probably just gonna slap away.
yeah.
No.
Have all of us seen Thor?
I still haven't seen Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah,
I
I'll-
still
I'll
need to
buy
watch
it. I want. You want to watch it?
I do.
You'll be informed next.
Damn it.
I mean, I've
No,
seen.
no,
I
go
still
for it, go
seen
for it.
the
I mean,
the
I don't care
glimpses
about
of
the
it. But go ahead,
spoilers.
yeah.
Well, nah.
It's fine with me.
You know at the end cutscene?
Where he meets the Guardians.
No. That's not in.
Or my
Ragnarok.
bad. What are you talking about?
Thor Ragnarok.
Okay, yeah.
You know the end cutscene?
No.
Where it's over, and you didn't see
I
the,
didn't see
the
the
end
movie. I still
cutscene?
haven't seen the movie yet.
What?
Oh,
I thought it was just that word.
No, I said go ahead and ruin it.
Oh,
I said
nah.
it's okay. No, ruin it.
Nah.
Cool. We're talking about Infinity War anyways. Just go ahead and ruin it.
I got a different topic about it.
Whoa. Let me. Anyway, well, you know in the
It's not really spoilers. It's just predictions.
well, you've seen the trailer. You've seen the trailer where they find Thor.
Yeah.
Right. He's floating in space and Guardians.
Yeah, who find him?
Right. So in Thor Ragnarok, there's an end cutscene where he's flying in space ship, and all of a sudden this huge motherfucking ship just comes down, and you're like, holy shit! Like, do we know who that is?
Probably could be Thanos.
You think it's
Yeah.
Thanos?
Probably is.
Because it looks like the ship that was in the Guardians of the Galaxy 1, didn't it?
Oh, that
Didn't it
skull
look-
planet.
Oh. It looked like the Ronan the Accuser ship. You
Oh,
think it looked
yeah,
like that?
the Ronins are part of this story too, because the Ronins work with the.
No, but they got murked though.
No, just one of them.
Oh, just one.
One Ronin. That's just one of the Ronin ships. There's more Ronin.
Did,
There's not
did it
just one.
did it look
the
like
ones
one of
that
the
was blue guys, right?
Yeah, the blue guys.
They better not be in there.
Well, they've already shown. Like what I saw in the new trailer. The guy looked like a Ronin.
which one?
The Infinity War trailer. There's one of
Oh.
them that was. I think he was beating up one of the Guardians. It looked like Drax or something, and he looked like a Ronin guy.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, that's
I
why
didn't
it kind
really-
of looked like somebody familiar, but
I didn't really notice that. What were you talking
Yeah, I was
about?
gonna say so. He does end up. Thanos ends up getting the 5 stones, right? He
Mhm.
end up getting them.
Yes,
Yeah, he does.
So if he takes visions, shouldn't it kill him?
the Vision will die. Vision
die?
is the first one we've already
I
confirmed.
mean, it's obvious. You don't have to.
Yeah,
Got a stone. He's got to take
he's
it out
got a
of
stone
his
in his body.
Unless he like backs up his like hard drive or something.
Backs up his No, but I never understood that.
It's not
the
ultra
stone,
carbon.
the stone brought him to life?
Yeah.
That's what it was?
It
Well, he
brought
was-
it brought the awareness of that body that Ultron was trying to build.
Gave him consciousness?
It gave him a consciousness.
Oh,
and
it
he-
was Tony Stark's AI.
Yeah.
Gave him
Yeah,
Well,
Well,
that's
that's what I
I was
thought.
saying, yeah, but like what was Ultron was trying to build a body, a human body, a
Human
human,
body.
cadaver-ish body, like how the Vision is, but he's more cybernetics. He can do a lot of weird shit.
I never understood that.
Yeah, so like you know how like the Vision can like warp through walls and
Yeah.
shoot laser beams and
Because
all
of
that
the
stuff.
stone.
Because of the stone, but also is because Ultron was creating a body to do that.
Yeah, but shouldn't he still be alive if they take out the stone? You know what I'm saying? He
Right.
just wouldn't have all the powers.
Go back to a computer.
or he just go back to a
No, he's gonna be an android with the AI in him, right?
could be.
Makes
Also, I don't know though. I mean, the vision. Not much.
We're getting deep in the weeds, but
Yeah.
yeah, I've always thought that. I thought the stone was just giving him the powers, not his
I think the
consciousness.
stones give him the power, but his consciousness probably just type program.
That's what I thought. Like,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
I thought the stone gave him life.
Yeah, I thought
You think so?
I thought it'd give him
Fine.
life, man. That happens. Take away the stone and just put AA batteries.
Yeah. No, but I mean, I'm just thinking about it like logically, right? He's a robot. He's an AI. Wouldn't he still be alive because he's a robot and an AI?
Doesn't he bleed though? I thought he bleed.
When he bleed?
How can
He doesn't bleed.
Doesn't bleed? He's never bled. I thought when like somebody
He's
hit
never
him.
bled.
Okay, never mind.
This ain't Batman v Superman, yo.
I know he's not. He never bled.
Robot then. If somebody cuts him in half, we'll never know.
But that's what I'm saying though. I think once the Infinity Stone's gone, I think
I think he's gone
But why?
because
power source.
well,
He's a robot.
Power source.
He's a
The stone-
robot.
And the power stone is what gives
Yeah,
him
but
the
it's a
Infinity Stone.
robot.
Not the power stone. The Infinity Stone
Yeah,
gives him
Infinity
the life.
Yeah,
Gives
but
him the power.
look at all these other androids that were in Age of Ultron. They didn't need a stone, and they were.
I know
like,
they had car batteries.
no, but I mean, if you look at first he was an AI with Tony Stark, right?
Yeah.
Then he turns into this weird looking guy, and what's the movie? The movie just before this one, Avengers, Civil War.
Civil War. Okay.
And he's a weird looking guy, right? Like he has his red outfits or whatever.
Yeah.
It's because,
Uh-huh.
and then now he's turning human. You know,
Yeah, but we don't know. Well, yeah.
he looks human. He going from that figure to human. I think he's gonna be officially human, and I think he's gonna die.
Think so?
Possible.
Yeah, I think it's time for somebody to die.
Well, yeah, we know somebody's
Well,
gonna
you know
die.
he's gonna die because Thanos needs it.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I mean, you guys are saying that he might live.
Well, no.
No.
Gus
No,
saying he
I'm
might
saying,
live
I'm
as
saying,
his-
I just don't understand. It's just me thinking it through. I'm like, wait, isn't he a robot? Shouldn't he still be alive after you take away the stone because he's a robot?
But I think
You know
the
what I
stone
mean?
is making him human.
Yeah, but look at Age of Ultron. Ultron didn't need nothing to.
Hold on. Ultron was part of the robot. He was built from the program that was first Avengers movie. Loki brought down all that technology Thanos had. That I forget. It's all that energy that he was harvesting. That's how he came through that.
Wasn't it with the Tesseract?
There you go.
Tesseract?
Yeah, the Tesseract. That's what basically gave the machine's life.
Yeah.
That's what the Tesseract. But the Tesseract was soon to be later was an Infinity Stone.
But yeah, but they didn't have the Infinity Stone on them.
Yeah, I know, but that's what brought them to life.
No, but I'm
That's what
just probably overthinking it. But yeah, he's a
Anyway.
robot. He's
I
a
guess-
robot.
I guess 'cause you saw that first trailer when it's Scarlet Witch and him, looking at the moon by the window. Remember?
Yeah,
Human.
yeah.
He just got a spray tan. That's what it was. He just sprayed himself just to look human. That's all,
But thinking it through is like he's a robot.
Yeah.
He doesn't need the Infinity Stone to be
Fighting
alive.
robot.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like you just gotta upload the AI into another motherfucking machine, and there you go. You got Vision again.
Yeah, I mean, also, I forgot I lost my thinking. I forgot what I was gonna say. I was gonna say something good, but just come back to me.
Well, I mean, with the Infinity War Part 1 being, that's pretty much the spreadsheet that we think is going to happen, or the layout we think is going to happen. Well, we know how this movie is going to end, or at least I do.
All right. What is it?
I'm gonna take bets.
Hey,
I'm
here
gonna
we
take
go.
bets.
Here we go. So this is the
Well,
reason.
don't, if you
Comic
read
book
like
spoiler.
articles of spoilers,
Well, it's not
I mean,
a
that's-
comic. It's not a comic book spoiler, nor is it a spoiler for the movie. This is just my opinion, and they should do this. Since Marvel and Disney finally got the rights to the X-Men,
Oh.
and if you've ever paid attention to the Infinity War comics, the X-Men play a huge part in this movie, and a huge part in the comics, which they should. So now, saying with the X-Men topic that I've been trying to get to for a while, the X-Men should probably be the end scene of this movie, and they should be not the saviors to finish the Infinity War, but there's no way that these gods, humans, can defeat Thanos. You need the mutants. You need some source. You need another backup plan.
Well-
Mutants seem to be the last straw as a backup plan.
Well, on that note, Wasn't the Silver Surfer like closely tied to Thanos
Yes.
too? Right?
He's
So-
close to Thanos and Galactus.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
Galactus.
Yeah.
Galactus.
yeah. But Thanos was like in that whole story, right?
Yeah,
In the Silver Surfer story.
partially, not main focusedly.
Yeah, but he was in it, though,
He was in it. But he was because Silver Surfer was more of a Galactus.
Yeah, he
was
follows
there.
his orders.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
follows his
Yeah,
order.
he was a
Herald.
slave.
Yeah,
Yeah. But don't you think like pop ups? Like he should pop up somewhere.
it's possible.
know.
It's could be a possibility.
Well, we're just thinking about theories.
It's just,
you know
yeah,
what I'm talking
theory.
about,
It's a
like-
theory. It's possible. I don't remember the comic books that well. It's been
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
it's been so long since I've read them, but I mean, it could
Oh,
be
well,
a
since
possibility.
that-
It could be it could be a cool twist because Marvel Studios kind of rewrites history through the books anyway,
yeah,
so
yeah.
you're not gonna get the same thing. But I mean, what I'm saying is just maybe what they should do.
Yeah,
what
yeah,
I
yeah.
want them to
Yeah,
do
yeah, yeah.
is to bring the freaking X-Men
Yeah.
into this movie because if they don't, then who's gonna save them? Captain America? We've seen that too many times.
Well, here's the thing, though. Talking with Captain Kernal right there. You know, we did talk about this yesterday, and that's one of the things that came out towards the end of us discussing the Infinity War trailer. Is that all of a sudden, you know, a couple of Avengers fall, and I know we're going to see a couple of new ones, which I know is Captain Marvel's gonna.
Yes.
And there is a little piece of in the trailer where you actually see colors,
Oh, the
Trailer?
red, blue.
the yellow.
Oh, the yellow.
Yeah, you see it, you know, but you barely see it because Captain America.
Oh,
You see her.
see the wrist.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I was like, oh my god, she's already gonna be, you know, on it in the beginning. So that just alone, you know, it's already intriguing for me because I actually like Captain Marvel.
Dude, this is why I don't watch trailers.
But
Get the fuck out of here, dude.
but
What are you talking about?
if at the end of this
You-
movie we somehow get, you know, even if they bring just Wolverine, I
Yep.
wouldn't mind seeing him.
I mean, it'd be a stretch because
That'd be
I know.
weird too.
Yeah, I mean, like
Yeah,
it's
you know?
just like Raging's theory is. It'd be a good idea to bring them at the end, just like they brought Guardians of the Galaxy, or
Yeah.
where they just popped them up in a trailer, like that when they
Yeah.
found Thor. Do something like that, maybe on the next.
Give us a little bit.
Infinity
Give
War
us
or
something that resembles that somebody's gonna help these Avengers.
Do you think? Because didn't the Green Lantern have one?
What are you talking about? It's DC.
That's DC.
Oh,
Marvel, not DC.
I thought he had a.
No,
Infinity
we don't
Stone.
talk about this here right
Oh,
now.
okay.
Yeah.
This is not DC discussion right now.
Well, I'm just thinking of emeralds and shiny things. I remember seeing the
In
Green Lantern.
What are you talking about?
I thought the Green Lantern had a
It's the ring.
a
Yeah,
ring.
he's a ring.
Oh, okay.
Anyway,
In this
we're
Hunter
getting-
Zone.
we're getting pretty sidetracked.
No, I'm just saying. If they would bring one character, I wouldn't mind seeing him. You know, but if they do bring like a couple of the members, it would be fantastic. You know.
Yeah.
But right towards the end, because can you imagine what would that if that scene would happen?
Well,
Just seeing
But
the
yeah, but
little-
what characters would they
Yeah,
bring?
exactly.
Who? What actors?
Well, if here's the thing,
Which
if they,
no,
if they
before you get
use
into
this-
actors,
yeah,
which cast of actors first? Are you
Magneto.
talking about
Well, yeah. That's
talking
what
about
I'm
the X-Men First Class, or are you talking about the X-Men, the failures 1, 2, and 3?
saying.
Failures. You need to bring the failures.
What the hell? Why? They're gonna be so weak.
I would think they'd bring
Yeah,
maybe a new cast of characters, especially. I think they should recast a couple of them, and Marvel probably would do that. I mean, it's
but you're talking about a whole
yeah, but
maybe what 3, 4, 5 years for the next Avengers Infinity War.
No.
Because
no,
we-
it's like it's a
2020.
it's a 2
Because
years.
No,
Yeah.
19.
yeah,
19,
the
it's a
schedule-
year-
the
it's a year
schedule is
later.
already set.
It's already set.
well,
for
I mean,
event, yeah.
well, that's before they bought the X-Men, though.
Well,
Yeah,
there
but
can
they're,
be.
they're
they-
not gonna. They're
they-
not gonna postpone this.
No,
No.
So why do you want them to cast a new X-Men then?
I mean, it could, like I said, they could. I mean, it would be good if
Look,
they did
nah.
recast.
You're
them.
just hoping. You're just
I'm hoping, yeah.
You're hoping that they come out.
I want them to.
Like he
It's
said,
not.
they
It's not a
just
hope
got the
anymore. I
rights.
just can't. They should be in this fucking movie.
Yeah.
At least at the end. Like, show us something. I mean, I don't care if it's Wolverine, Magneto, or Professor X.
All right. So
Yeah.
I mean, what do they do really in the comics? How do they save them?
They what is it in the comics?
Most of the damage.
They do most of the damage to
Really?
Yeah.
because they pretty much they establish a stronghold in New York because that's where all the X-Men are based. They're based in New York or New Jersey.
Yeah.
So basically, they hold down the fort in New York. So they're pretty much the mutants basically tear down Thanos's his whole
Structure?
structure and everything. So like the mutants do play a huge part in Infinity War, and that's why I hope in this movie, hopefully in the second movie, if they do it right, they should be the main, not the main focus, but they should be the structure of helping these Avengers out, and that'll also show base of what the Avengers and the X-Men are kind of grouping together.
I just googled X-Men Infinity War. It says Peter Dinklage is definitely in Avengers Infinity War, but who is he playing? That's it.
Roger the Red.
Well, he was in not first class. He was in Days of Future Past, but he was part of that the Sentinel program.
Yeah.
But I doubt he'd be.
Mean.
Dinklage is.
Which he was an X-Men. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So does that give fuel to your theory?
Well, I mean, maybe
that could, or
maybe,
he's just playing a new character.
Maybe having just, I guess for now, because the only person X-Men that's really been developed, right now is that big old Iron dude. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, Colossus.
Colossus, and Deadpool. You know, it's like the only X-Men that's really being developed pretty good right now. And what if Deadpool is on?
Old Man Logan, but that's going way in the future.
Yeah, that's going like super passive.
Yeah,
I mean, Deadpool is a possibility now. Deadpool's more. I guess he can catch on to that one more frequently, more relevant.
No, but that would bring him to PG.
Oh no, they've already confirmed that his next movies are still R-rated.
No, but if he brings him Marvel.
Oh yeah, it would be PG, but I'm pretty sure.
I don't want to see him.
But I mean, they would probably give him some leeway and let him, blurt out the shit he usually does.
I wouldn't mind seeing cussing out Thanos.
So.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a comic book between him, Deadpool, and Thanos.
So I'm just saying that would be hilarious.
Yeah.
And then his interaction with Star-Lord and Iron Man.
Yeah,
imagine him just trying to have a little conversation.
A basic conversation with him. Yeah. I mean, it would be very nice to see X-Men, Magneto, or hell, just give us a still image of Professor X at the freaking school, saying, I guess time to help out or something. Just something, and it would be real nice.
Here's another movie that talked about, which is Fantastic Four.
Yeah,
I absolutely I know what their powers do and who they are and stuff like that, but I just don't understand how they cannot make a movie just at least
good movie.
At least I don't want it to be like fantastic. Fantastic.
Well, it has to be fantastic. It's a fantastic.
At least, no, but at least give us something that you'd be like, you know what? It wasn't a bad movie, but it was an enjoyable movie.
You can invest your time into.
Yes, and so far they've tried, and they are. I don't know why they cannot just give it a good story.
They haven't really. Did they ever really stick to the with these?
They did with the first one, kinda.
Yeah.
I mean, but they kind of made Doom a little bitch. Because Dr. Doom is not a guy that you want to fuck with.
Was he even supposed to be in New York?
Yeah, I believe so.
I thought he had his lair somewhere else.
Oh yeah, that's somewhere else. But
didn't he have like a castle or something? I don't know much about it.
I think so. It was like he had his own little lair somewhere.
Right.
He's like underground city or some shit. But yeah, Doom was. It just, to me, the movies, they just made Dr. Doom look so weak. Yeah. And he's not a weak character. And to be honest, he should have been the first Avengers villain instead of Loki. Cool. Because, I mean, with Dr. Doom being involved, it could have made the story a little bit more interesting. But since they failed on the Fantastic Four a bunch of times, they just didn't even bother with it.
But that was still Fox, right?
Yeah, that was Fox. Now Fox is non-existent to the Fantastic Four now since since Disney owns it now, so Marvel copyrighted thing.
Yeah, it seems like it's too short notice. Characters just acquired.
Well, have you heard about the Phase 4 that's going on with Marvel?
I haven't.
Well, yeah, the next couple movies that are coming out after Avengers, there's 6 of them that have been non-titled, unnamed releases.
Yeah.
Which could be following X-Men or Fantastic Four, hoping.
I did hear about that.
Yeah, so like it's like part 2, because they were talking about part 2. They were talking about the ending. Well, they're talking about the end of this year, but after part 2 ends, there's Phase 4, which is their whatever they call it now.
So it's just gonna be aftermath,
Pretty
of
much.
Avengers.
Yeah, and I mean that's good because it gives the X-Men, and hopefully if they throw the Fantastic Four in there, something to do.
Yeah.
Because now that New York has gone through this hellacious battlefield of Thanos, now they have something to work towards and build towards.
Yeah.
Which is a lot of story to build towards.
Uh-huh.
And it's of course the X-Men can, help rebuild New York.
Yeah.
And they can help rebuild Wakanda and all that stuff. Same with the Fantastic Four. If they add, Mr. Fantastic, the smartest guy in the fucking universe, basically, he can do a lot of things.
So, with all these, do you think they should remake the?
Oh yeah.
Do you think they should either do what they did with Spider-Man and scrap all the origin stories with the X-Men and Fantastic Four and continue more fast track timeline?
No, I don't
Or
think so.
you think they should redo the whole origins of these superheroes?
They would have to redo the whole. I mean,
Think so?
because knowing Marvel, they did it with Spider-Man.
Oh.
Well, they did with Spider-Man. The new
Not
Spider-Man.
this new one.
not the new
No,
one.
they
They
didn't.
did, no?
No, they didn't. They did not touch on the origins anymore.
Yeah.
Spider-Man, it's really easy. Everybody knows it already.
Yeah.
They've done it twice already. That's why they
Oh
didn't
no,
need
that's
to.
what I meant. They don't even
Yeah.
touch the origins.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
So should they do that with
Oh, no,
X-Men
no.
and Fantastic Four?
I don't want them to do that at all.
You don't want them to skip the origins again?
I want them to not even involve them. I want them to create something new.
No.
They did. Which, remember the new one that came out not too long ago?
With the new Fantastic Four,
No, but they that was still the origin.
that's an origin. I'm talking.
No, but they're different though.
No, that's actually it's supposed to
It's
be
way different.
The continuation.
It's just a new group of
Yeah, it's just a new group.
fantastic people.
No, so they already had their powers?
No, because Doctor Doom in that movie is an alien or something.
No. But I'm talking about
Yeah, it's terrible.
so that I didn't watch the new movie.
I didn't either.
So- Is it an origin? Do they already start out having their powers, or does
they
it
get it.
explain
they get
how
it.
they got their powers?
They explain how they.
That's
get
what I
it.
mean.
But it's
So
different.
it's an origin.
But it's different.
It's an origin.
But Doom was never alien.
Well, I mean,
It's
that
a
has to do-
reboot slash
It's a reboot
origin.
slash
I just
origin.
here's the thing. They
Yeah,
should just
it's just-
reboot all of Fantastic Four and the X-Men.
No, but I'm saying, should they start with the origin, or
No,
should they,
I
should
know,
they
I
go,
get-
go in the
I get-
future?
No, start with the origin a little bit. Like, give us some backtrack, but don't go too far.
No,
because
I get what Oblivion's
Yeah,
trying to
yeah,
get
I
to,
know what
but
you're saying. Yeah.
I think they should not do the origin. I
At
think
all.
I like the Spider-Man way, the way they did it.
Yeah.
He already had his powers. Tony Stark just went to go get him. Blah blah
Yeah,
blah.
yeah.
He already had his powers, and they just showed like little
Well,
clips of
yeah.
him. That's it. Beating up people, but I like that idea. I actually like that because we've seen too many reboots.
Yeah,
You know,
Yeah,
we've
there's
seen.
too many reboots.
If you don't know how Spider-Man got his powers by now, he was just born.
I
like,
want
in the
them
last 5
to.
years.
I want them to reboot it in a sense where, like I was telling you guys earlier, like how the Infinity War will end. That's how it should be. Them rebuilding these characters, like during that time.
during that
timeline.
I
But
gotcha.
they've already established themselves as having these powers and all this shit. We don't want to see that again. We know they have it.
Yeah.
I just want them to make new characters so they can just lead up to the next movies that are going to come out in the future.
That would be that actually would
Yeah,
be a good
that's
idea.
what I want. I don't want an origin story because we get that too many times.
yeah.
Get it with too many times.
Yeah,
I mean, it makes sense maybe for X-Men, but it's, I mean,
that-
it's not,
I think-
but it doesn't really matter because they're mutants and they don't even know what their powers are to begin with anyways.
Yeah.
Most mutants don't even know how the fuck they got their powers. They were just born with it.
well, it was a gene. They kind of explained it was like a gene evolution, right?
Yeah, that's what I meant. But like the person themselves,
Oh yeah.
they don't know how the fuck they got that power anyway. So they're just kind of wigging out the whole time. Like most characters don't even know how to use their power until somebody actually tells them, hey, this is how you can harness it and this is how you can focus on
Yeah,
it.
but I think they
That's too much. I think.
It is a lot, but
it's like a lot of characters.
but that's what I'm saying. That's an origin.
There's a
I
lot
don't
of
want that.
characters.
And the X-Men, especially to go through each one of their character origins, it's like, man, that would take way too much.
That would take way too much time.
But that's what I'm saying.
That's-
That's what we're saying.
that's what they shouldn't
Let's
do.
say they would. Let's say
Implement
hypothetically,
it somewhat
here.
in the story, but not all the story.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did you have like flashbacks or something?
yeah. Just
of
give like
them
little bitty flashbacks and whatnot. That'd
controlling
be
their-
perfect, and that'd
their
work.
powers?
Yeah.
Cool.
And it's funny because the Fantastic Four is supposed to be in the fucking Infinity War.
Yeah,
We're
they're
not
supposed
gonna
do
get
that
them. We're not gonna get them at all.
Well, they're trying
Yeah,
to do
we-
the best with
Yeah.
No, but that's what we're saying though. Like that's what I'm saying. That's why I brought up Fantastic Four. Not only because I do want to see a badass villain, which is Doctor Doom, like played well.
Fucking foot
But
guides
I also
everywhere.
want to see another, I guess, villain, which is Super Squirrel.
Yeah.
It's
Super Squirrel.
Super Squirrel.
Squirrel.
Roll.
Squirrel.
SKRULL.
I pictured a damn squirrel, dude.
Yeah, Super Squirrel.
I was like, holy shit, that's a badass character. What?
He's the best kid. He's the best villain ever.
I want to see
Squirrel
him
kick
in a
your
movie.
ass.
It's just a character that just seeing him.
Yeah.
I just want to see him in.
I don't think
in a
I've heard
movie.
of that character, dude.
You remember Ultimate Marvel's Capcom 3? That dude who basically had all of the Fantastic Four's power.
No.
Yeah, remember
He was green. He looked like Green Goblin almost.
Has a high pitched voice.
Was he wearing? No, I'm thinking.
He
about
was wearing a purple suit.
He wears a purple like suit.
He gets the fire. He gets
Invisible Woman's.
brick.
the brick and stuff. And he rapid fires
Mm-hmm.
punches. And stuff. Remember?
I don't think.
He's,
I think I played Ultimate. I think I played Ultimate.
This guy. He basically has all the Fantastic Four's power. He can do Mr. Fantastic stretch.
He defeats him, right?
He can turn
I don't
invisible.
know.
Does he?
He gets the thing's rock power,
Yeah,
and he
yeah.
gets Johnny Storm's fire power at the same time. He can do all of it.
But
He's just like the craziest villain ever.
I thought he like I think he hates Galactus, right?
Yeah, he does not like Galactus.
Because I know
The fuck?
Galactus ate his world.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I think that's where he joined up with Thanos, right? Something like that.
Yeah, he
he's
joined
trying
with
to,
Thanos.
Thanos is gonna kill Galactus.
Well, no, he joins it with Doom, not Thanos.
Oh, no, he doesn't.
I think he joins it with Thanos later, but Doom is pretty much who he wanted to be because at the time Doctor Doom is taking down the Fantastic Four, and he wants to know how these four fuckers got the power because he has all of the elements of the power.
So you don't think they would fuck up Galactus? They translated him into the Marvel universe, cinematic universe.
That's a hard one to knock on
Yeah, right.
because I mean he's just an eater of worlds.
Yeah, but you think that they would try to like at least make him like a body? Because in the Fantastic Four, they just made him like a cloud.
Yeah,
I was like, what the fuck?
not bad. I mean, and the thing is, since it's not owned by Fox now,
Mhm.
Marvel does pretty good job on their villains sometimes, not all the time.
Oh, they've been. I mean, as far as looks wise,
You shit on Loki all the time.
well, looks wise. Talking about looks. Talking about appearance.
Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah,
other than that, I mean,
Loki
they do,
does suck.
Yeah, Loki does. For you, it does.
Well,
But I mean, they do
as a
pretty good on
character.
their villains. The way they look.
Yeah,
they,
yeah,
they do
yeah.
very good compared to how Fox did. Apocalypse was atrocity. Terrible.
yeah.
He
Well, it's
looked-
because they cast a short guy. What the fuck?
yeah, I know.
Okay,
They
so
gave him
wait,
stilts.
you're talking about X-Men Apocalypse?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean,
never
we're
seen
talking about the way they made the villain
They made a couple.
compared to how Marvel makes their villains look, and compared to how Fox had made their villains. Just look terrible.
Yeah, there was like a meme going around about this cosplayer that
Oh yeah.
that made a badass Apocalypse. He
From the
compared him to the
cartoon.
movie.
Basically from
Yeah.
the cartoon.
It was
He
side
did
by
it.
side. Is like, really, Fox? Really?
Yeah, really, yeah.
Because you got a cosplayer that looks so fucking amazing.
And then they have this
Bullshit
terrible
fuck-
apocalypse. It's all purple and all that. Not even purple to begin. Blue.
Well, he's like blurple kind of almost. I don't know.
Almost.
And he was fat.
He looks
Yeah, he was
a
a
little
fat dude.
chunky.
In the movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, he looked old and fat.
Did you watch the movie?
I watched the movie.
I
but
have it if you want to watch it.
Well, to me, he looked, like
Yeah, he did.
It was all that makeup.
He was just like he looked like an old fat guy.
Yeah, you could tell he had like five
Layers.
layers skin.
Yeah, he's just like
You didn't want
rolling it
to.
around.
You didn't want to sweat because it just
You know,
smelled.
when it's sweat.
He didn't seem intimidating.
Yeah, but it's,
No, he
it's,
didn't.
It's so messed up because that actor is so good.
Yeah.
That actor is so badass. Especially because I saw him.
Who was he? Oh, what movies
Yeah.
was he in?
Did you see Near? No, Near. I'm thinking about Near. It in was it Machina?
They Ex Machina.
Ex Machina. Did you see that movie?
That's funny. I bought that movie today.
Oscar Isaac. He was
Oscar
in. He's
Isaac.
in.
He's in Star Wars.
Star Wars. Poe. Not Poe.
Yeah, Poe Dameron.
Yeah, that's right. Poe. Yeah, Poe.
Poe Dameron.
And
Ex
he's
Machina.
he's a cool dude.
In Ex Machina,
made him look fat.
man, he was fucking. He was like a really good character. And then, Apocalypse, he's like, really, bro, really?
Generic.
Yeah, very generic. Just like Average
Generic.
fucking bad guy. I was like,
Generic bad
just
dude.
want to destroy the world. There's no motherfucking. Oh wait, he wanted to cleanse the world.
Basically,
do,
yeah,
right?
because when his consciousness came back, he saw what the world had become, and that's not what his vision was for the world, because he was the first of all the mutants.
Yeah, but anyway, it's
Which basically that is the true story of Apocalypse, which they got right. Which he is the very first.
yeah, but they were going like from the future and then coming back and then trying to stop Apocalypse. They showed the X-Men what they became.
Yeah,
but they didn't really do a good job in this
No,
new
they
movie. Because wasn't it Bishop that came back? Not.
supposed to be.
because the whole point of the story is for Age of Apocalypse is Bishop is the one who. But he's supposed to be like the main focus of taking down Apocalypse, and then at the end, Nightcrawler is the one who probably pretty much saves him.
Used. Yeah.
You're thinking of
I'm-
Days of Future Past.
Yeah. Because wasn't he supposed to be in there too?
Days of Future
Apocalypse?
Past or what?
I'm going back to the cartoon. The X-Men around
The
the
animated
90s.
series, yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't. But didn't that start the whole fucking Apocalypse thing
Mhm.
in
Yeah.
Days of Future Past?
Yeah, it started
But there was no mention of him in the movie, right?
New Bishop or Apocalypse.
Apocalypse.
No, not until the last movie.
But that was the timeline though in the cartoon.
No, not even close.
No?
The timeline's off completely, because like it goes Days of Future Past,
Mm-hmm.
and then he's mentioned during that time period because
Yeah.
he's the one who later on is using the Sentinels to wipe out every mutant.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah. But yeah,
Yeah.
no.
But I remember Bishop being like such a badass in it.
Yeah, he was supposed to, and then he did. That was the only downside of that movie. There's no Bishop.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be in the damn movie.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Nightcrawler is supposed to save the day because traps him in his demon realm, basically.
Apocalypse.
Yeah.
It made him look like such a punk though. I thought.
Yeah, he kind of was.
Look more badass in. Is it the third X-Men?
Second one.
Second one where he's in the president's. Well, the opening scene was in the president's
was
office.
in the president's office, yeah.
He pops up and just starts
Yeah,
wrecking
that
these
was pretty
guys.
cool.
Who was this?
Nightcrawler.
He wasn't on Future Past, was
No, he was.
he? Yeah,
Yeah, he was in Apocalypse.
Was he?
Yeah, he was in Apocalypse.
Hmm.
Then the way they made Phoenix. Well, was it the Phoenix at the end when old
Yeah,
girl like,
Phoenix says-
Yeah, Jean Grey.
how the fuck did that play in?
That that's that story.
No, in the movie,
In the movie, it's just bad, dude. It
the
doesn't.
hell?
It doesn't make sense
Yeah.
because the person who's supposed to not really defeat him, but to get rid of Apocalypse is Nightcrawler.
yeah.
That doesn't happen.
Yeah.
And of course, if you've ever paid attention to any storyline between Apocalypse, he never dies. Apocalypse never dies.
Yeah.
He can't die because he's the one mutant that can regenerate anywhere. He can't die. And then in this movie, they made Jean Grey seem like she's like the most powerful X-Men. I mean, technically, she is only with the Phoenix power.
Yeah, but that's not how she got the Phoenix power.
No, it just the Phoenix found her basically, and then it just kind of like, okay, I'm gonna use your body as a catalyst at the moment until I want to come out.
Yeah.
But it's just, man.
Yeah, they completely wrecked that.
Yeah, it was going so good too. That movie. Oh, that series.
Oh, Days of Future Past. Days of Future. Not Days of the First Class was good.
First Class was good. Yeah.
First Class was really good. And
Stupid
then
good.
Days of Future Past
It was
Kinda
like,
okay.
Borderline.
until
Yeah,
the end.
borderline.
Until it ended. You're like,
Yeah.
fuck. You're like, God damn it. And then of course,
How did it
Agent-
end it? Oh yeah, because it tossed Wolverine.
Yeah, they
and-
toss Wolverine into the ocean, and then he's all caught with metal inside his body. I'm like,
That's how he forgot his.
and
That's how he
forgot
lost his memory.
I was like, no, it's not.
Yeah.
Good God.
So, are you guys excited for Deadpool?
Oh yeah, Deadpool 2.
What?
Definitely.
Definitely, dude.
Dude, like y'all like the way they did Cable?
Yeah, I'm actually okay with Cable.
It looks kind of weird to me.
Was this Josh Brolin?
It's still Josh Brolin who's playing Thanos. He's playing every cool character
play?
basically.
Who is that?
Josh Brolin, he's playing Thanos in Infinity
Oh,
War, and now
okay.
he's playing Cable in Deadpool.
Yeah.
He's playing every cool
Well,
Marvel
because
character.
he doesn't look like that. Thanos is like
No, they
you know,
they kind of
pink,
put some
red.
facial features on him.
Yeah,
but not
That-
like.
when you look at Thanos and you look at him as Cable, they look nothing alike. Like nothing.
Well, maybe his eyes.
Maybe the eyes, maybe the forehead, because he's got a
Yeah.
big forehead.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's got a
but
big
yeah.
head.
Yeah,
Actually,
big-
Josh Brolin
yeah,
got a
he
big
does
ass
have a
head.
Yeah,
Sorry, Josh Brolin,
what
but
if
you
what
do.
if I wonder because
Off
how
chance
tall
he's
is he?
listening.
How tall is he?
I don't know. I don't know how tall he
Because
is.
what if he's like same size as like Iron Man or something? And Thanos, you know?
I don't think so.
You think that would be pretty bad?
What?
If
What?
like Thanos is short?
Oh, he's
No, but he's all CGI though.
yeah, he's all.
Yeah, he's all CG.
Yeah, but what if he's
What do you mean?
not as tall as he?
Josh Brolin?
Yeah,
Doesn't matter because he's CGI. Thanos looks massive as fuck. What are you
Josh
talking?
he
Brolin's
looks. He
Josh
looks.
Brolin, he's 5'10".
That's what we said about a couple.
Josh Brolin's my height. And
Uh-oh,
they made
we
him.
might find a flaw.
No, but he's
He's big. He's
he's
CGI
CGI though.
in Thanos.
Yeah, but he looks. I mean, he looks.
But Thanos
big.
doesn't really look that tall though. Like if you look at the comics, looking back at the comics,
No,
he was
he's not-
like- he was
he's
like-
a stocky motherfucker.
Yeah, he was
That's all
stocky.
is. He's
okay,
not really tall.
what if he looks like that dude from what's that third X-Men guy?
Apocalypse?
Yeah. What if he looks like that height?
nah, he's not gonna look like that.
We
already
I
s-
don't know.
He's CG.
Well, you
though.
haven't seen the trailer,
So you have to
so
watch the trailer to.
even in
I saw the first trailer.
in the is it Avengers where they show him sitting on? No, it wasn't Avengers.
Yeah, it was the first Avengers, the end of the very first one.
No, I'm
Oh,
talking
that
about
was a
where they
different one.
show him sitting on his throne.
Might be Guardians of the Galaxy.
I think it was Guardians. I
Yeah,
think it was
Guardians. Yeah,
Guardians.
they showed him more in Guardians than they did in any of the movies.
No, but it showed him when Loki was talking to him too, right?
That was in Avengers.
And then they showed Thanos sitting down on
Yeah,
the
they
on
showed
that
him
throne, right? No, that was Ronan. I'm thinking about Ronan when he's talking to him and he's like, no, that was confusing Loki. with
Oh, you're
Ronan.
confusing them with. He's confused.
Yeah, when he was sitting on the chair and shit, and then he kills his little minion
Mm-hmm.
for yelling at him.
Oh yeah.
When he's yelling at him, he tells him why you're like, don't you dare talk to Thanos that way or some shit like that.
Yeah.
And he kills him, and they show Thanos, and he's just like,
Yeah,
massive-
just like massively
massive-
huge. On
Right,
the
right.
throne.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. He looks huge, but what if he goes to Earth and somehow gravity
Get
affects it
the
on him?
That's just.
Who knows? I mean, I'm just saying. You know,
you're going way too far out there, dude. That's worse than me talking about fucking Vision,
Yeah.
the robot.
Yeah, but what if that happens? That would be a big
Nah.
letdown.
I
Now
don't
I'm
think
kind of
so.
worried now.
Yeah,
They're
you're
not
talking
gonna-
about-
I don't think
they're
so.
not
You're
gonna do
talking
that to the
about this
movie.
picture.
They're not gonna.
You're talking about
because-
that picture right here. That's,
Like you guys, you
he's
guys.
a big. Look, he looks big. If you look at that picture,
Exactly. That's what I'm saying, though. That's
he
what I'm
looks
saying.
like a big dude. See?
Like they made him.
Yeah.
Big motherfucker. What the fuck you talking about?
Yeah, and if you look at him when he was like grabbing Captain America,
Oh,
Yeah, his
he's
hand
looking
is like
up.
fucking.
Yeah.
Captain America's holding two of his hands, like he's trying to rip his hands apart.
Yeah,
I was like,
You have to watch the new trailer. You haven't seen it.
Nah, I'm good.
Compared to Captain America, dude,
You're not good.
Captain America is not.
And he's
not big
looking
enough.
up too.
Yeah, Captain America's looking up like this. He's looking up at
Looking
Thanos.
up to him.
He's not gonna be a small guy, dude.
He's gonna be about probably.
You talking about like a sentinel? You be the size of a sentinel?
No, he's
I
not.
don't know.
saying
Yeah,
this.
I don't.
That's
way too-
Apocalypse. When it
That's
comes
like
to
that.
Actor's
That's
power.
how Apocalypse should be. Almost.
But he can change.
Yeah, he can change.
Yeah,
Yeah,
change height.
He was like Ant-Man,
Yeah, pretty much.
right?
You think Ant-Man would be there?
he's in the movie.
Yes.
They show,
He's
they
awesome.
show him in the
Yeah,
trailer.
he's in the. They show him in the first trailer.
But he really has no
He
powers
did?
though.
Yeah, he's in the first trailer. Yeah, he's in the.
I
First
never
trailer.
understood how. Well, I guess I did. Whenever he would turn small, he would
Yeah, because his the power of his
suit.
the suit. Well, not the power of his suit, but the impact from him going tiny to big at the same moment adds more pressure to his punch. So it makes him feel like he's like
When he's tiny,
super strong. Yeah, when he's
When he's
super
tiny.
strong. Yeah, like you know how ants, they say they can lift
20
up
times.
20 times the actual amount of what
Yeah,
they can.
yeah.
So it's the same thing.
I actually like that movie.
Ant-Man. Yeah, it was pretty enjoyable.
I enjoyed it.
I need to watch it, the first one,
Good movie. Very good.
because
You haven't watched the first one?
I have not watched the first one because it looked kind of like
That's pretty. It's
I was like,
actually pretty
I
enjoyable.
didn't.
I don't want to be mean,
I was
but
surprised.
it's kind of
Here's,
gay.
here's the thing. I went with low
Wasn't your cup of
expectations,
tea?
Yeah.
and it actually.
Right.
It,
yeah, right.
it actually was good. I was like,
Especially-
I enjoyed it a lot.
Is it Michael Pena? Is it Michael Pena? Is
Yeah, he's in the movie.
that the guy? I'm
Oh,
thinking?
the Hispanic guy.
Bro, he was so funny.
Yeah, he
He
is.
was so funny.
He's funny.
Made me proud, man. Made me proud.
That's why I enjoyed the movie. But I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go watch it, think about it, and
Yeah, yeah.
I did that, and
Yeah, it was
better.
turned out. Yeah.
We're back on Deadpool too. I mean, Josh Brolin playing another decent character, Cable, which another character a lot of us been waiting for to come into movie screen wise.
Which
It
is good
fits and
because
it fits perfectly with Deadpool.
well, that's what I'm saying. It's good that they delayed it because he's a pretty cool character.
Mm-hmm. It was kind of mentioned.
Wait, they delayed what?
Cable. They wanted to put him in X-Men. They didn't, which was good.
That's
It was
really
very
good.
good. Yeah.
'Cause, I
I'm
mean,
glad
They
they
would
put
have
it.
fucked him up.
Yeah, they would have fucked them up too because it was Fox. So now, I think Fox is doing this movie still. I think they're still doing Deadpool too. They can.
Yeah, but under
But it's more under Marvel Studios, which is Disney.
oh, but who's
their
the director on that movie? Because it's Ryan Reynolds and the director working close to.
David Leitch. Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
He's doing both of them.
yeah, he's doing both of them. He did first Deadpool and
I was pleasantly surprised.
oh yeah, and it came out on Valentine's Day.
Oh yeah,
that was what made it even better.
Yeah. No, but how do you like the comparison between Colossus in Deadpool versus Colossus in
X-Men.
yeah, well, they didn't really show much of Colossus.
Yeah, but no, this one he's actually better.
But actually the I guess the appearance of him,
Mm-hmm.
because in X-Men they just showed him when he was running away.
That was
Yeah,
in
the
the
house-
second
the
one.
The second one.
The third one, they kind of show him a little bit more because he's actually part of the group at that point. Like they show him, but he keeps showing. They don't keep him in his armor skin half the time. He's always human. I'm like, get out of here. And then when Deadpool came out, and they did not tear away from Colossus being in human form at all. And he was just Colossus 24/7, which I loved.
Yeah, I didn't think. Oh yeah, he did. Back in the cartoon, I keep going back to the '90s cartoon
No, you're fine.
because he pretty much switched, right? He switched between his metallic form and his human form,
Yeah, very rarely though.
but
And they
he
show
mostly
it.
stayed in his.
He mostly stayed in his metallic form,
Gotcha.
and that's why I liked in Deadpool. Just that's how Colossus should be in the movies.
Yeah.
He should just always be in the in that form.
Yeah.
But yeah, but I mean, other than that, it's still good. Yeah, Cable will be a great asset to
He
this
just
movie.
switched like a motherfucker. You're talking about Colossus, and you switched.
What I'm saying, well, I'm gonna switch anyways. I know I'm gonna switch anyways.
No, yeah,
we're
yeah,
still
yeah.
talking about Cable. We haven't got to it yet,
Yeah.
and we keep going it. But yeah, I mean, Colossus is. I mean, he's still in this movie, and then we're gonna get Cable, so we're gonna get also an even better, fight scene between them. So I mean, I'm pretty sure Cable is gonna be kind of a jerk in this movie, and he might fight Deadpool a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. But do we know who the villain is in this new one?
They haven't really showed one.
They really haven't.
They
They
really
They showed
haven't.
like just action scene.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying
No.
like the main focus seems to be on Deadpool and Cable.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes, and see
Yeah.
how that goes and everything. But I mean, and then of course after Deadpool we get
Venom.
the Venom. We get the new Ant-Man and Wasp movie.
Oh
For real?
yeah, that's right.
Yeah, because that comes out in July 6th.
Nice.
So the new Ant-Man movie comes out.
I definitely gotta see that.
So that's gonna be also another. So we're getting good movies with Marvel this year.
Marvel.
Legitimately, and it started really
Disney.
high with Black Panther.
All right, so what are we getting from DC then? Whoa, calm down, people.
Aquaman.
Don't throw all those titles out there.
Yeah,
Maybe
no.
Wonder Woman too.
I'll be happy with Wonder Woman 2. The first one's good. We're not talking about DC.
No, I just want to see what what was coming up.
Yeah.
The only one I was waiting for is the Batman one. But like I said, we talked about that I think last week or
Yeah.
the week before, and that's the only one I'm waiting for. I don't know if anything has popped up.
Yeah. You think anybody's ever gonna get tired of watching super?
I think so.
Think so?
At one point, maybe.
I think I'm done with this one.
No, like
Genre?
superhero movies in
Superheroes
general.
like-
In general,
Think it's eventually people are just gonna get tired of it.
well, I think people will get tired of it if they keep giving us the characters we kind of want to see. But the thing is, if they do a bad job on them, people are gonna get tired of it. And if they see the first movie go well, they can invest their time into it, like how we did with the Avengers, and how we're doing right now with Deadpool, and soon to be down the line Black Panther. A lot of people have invested that time for that character.
Because thinking about I don't know, I guess down the line. Well, they've been doing a good job. I mean, as long as they keep doing a good job, I don't think people are gonna stop watching it. Just because people are so in love with these characters.
Yeah.
See, that's what I was. That's the same thing that I was thinking right now. You know, it's like if they give us movies that are enjoyable and good fight scenes and good storyline here and there, we'll be fine. But if they start, just winging it, and just because it's the Avengers, they're gonna watch it. If they just go with that mindset, and then it's gonna start suffering in the box office. Not gonna, people are just gonna get tired of it. But as long as they give us, pretty good.
I'm kind of gonna change the topic a little bit right now.
Well, I wanted to add one more thing on that. I mean,
no.
Damn,
I don't want to hear it.
I don't want to hear it.
Well, I mean, to be honest, superhero movies. I mean, yeah, we know who they are, but they're the only new movies, like movies that we actually get compared to like movies that are like out there at the moment, because we don't usually get like a new action movie or a new sci-fi. All we get is a lot of reboots.
Oh yeah.
And with superhero movies, you get something new. You get something you don't see.
Yeah.
And it's brand new. I mean, a lot of people who've read comics over the years, who these characters are.
Yeah.
But for people who haven't seen them, or for people who like us who want to see this, it's something new.
Yeah.
And then a lot of people won't get that.
Yeah.
In movies experience wise. So, with that being said, I mean,
well, it seems like
it'll take a long time for people to get tired of superhero movies.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be a while.
Well,
it'll be a certain point to be like, okay, I'm tired of seeing this reboot after a while. But I mean, it might be something new.
Yeah, but there's always more stories, right?
Oh yeah.
Especially with Batman. Even if they don't get this, they have more to choose.
Oh yeah.
Year one Batman.
Yeah. Then they got
the corner.
What was it? What was that? Death of a Family too. They got stuff to.
Yeah.
House of is it House of Owls?
Court of Owls.
Court of Owls. They got so much to pick from,
Yeah,
but they're
straying away from it is the problem, and I said this before. DC. I mean, okay, we know the story with Batman. There's no need for a reboot.
Yeah,
I want to see a reboot.
But I'm just saying, just give us the Batman story that we want to see.
Yeah,
and we want to see that death in the family portrayed on the big screen.
We're tired of Origins.
We're tired of Origins, and same with Court of Owls. That is a great story to put on the fucking screen, especially if it's
that should be a standalone movie.
And
though,
that too,
right?
and it should. To be honest, that Batman movie could be an R-rated movie just because of the backstory between all the rich families and all them doing all that stuff. But I mean, DC just don't know how to invest their time with the characters.
It's because they're rushing it and they're trying to follow Marvel's
tracks,
playing catch up.
They're playing. It's a big catch up game.
They should just like completely abandon trying to copy them
exactly
and focus on the stories.
Exactly.
Yeah, and they just don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if you think about them, look at them. There's DC.
I'm sure they're running to the guys and they're like, "Hey, we need you to catch up to. We want to do like our version of Marvel. So if someone tells you, "Hey, we want you to bust out these characters quick," I mean, what can you do?
Yeah.
Well, you're right. What can you do? And that's why your movies suffer.
The money men,
yeah,
looking at the bottom line, not thinking about quality.
It's true. They're gonna do what they want them to do, but at the end of the day, then you come up with those ass movies.
Because remember when Blade came out? They came out of nowhere. You know what I mean? And they just did their own thing with it, and I was like, "Holy!"
And it was good.
Yeah, it was. Oh man, there were so many people that were obsessed with that goddamn.
Yeah.
Until I think they stressed it.
Well, they fucked it up, right?
And that's I think that's what happened. I mean, they stressed it.
The second one was okay.
I mean, I still enjoyed it. Still enjoyed it.
So, it was okay, but it wasn't like the first one.
No. But you see what I'm saying, though? You still enjoyed.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, though. Like let's just we're gonna throw that movie again, Batman vs Superman. Did you enjoy the 5 minutes that I already told you that I liked of the whole movie? Do I want to watch it again? I just fast forward to that scene and look at that and be like, damn, I'm done. At least with Blade, I would watch it.
Yeah. Rewatch it.
Yeah.
You like the first Superman movie?
Man of Steel?
Yeah, it was
I actually
good.
enjoyed it.
You enjoyed it?
Yeah.
A lot of people hated on that movie just because of the action sequences. Because they're like, oh, it should have been Dragon Ball Z.
was the best part.
But that was actually the best part because that's what
it
fucking
should have been Dragon Ball Z.
That's what Dragon Ball should have been.
Oh, okay.
And then they're like they're comparing it to that terrible movie. But I'm like, when you look at it, that's what fucking Superman is.
No, when
Yeah,
everybody,
plus you-
when everybody was complaining about like, damn, they killed so many people in that movie. I'm like,
Yeah.
No, but here's
Yeah,
the thing though.
that's
If
so-
you look at it, they were Kryptonians too.
yeah,
That too.
And plus they were military type, so them
They didn't give a shit.
That was
them
the fight.
adjusting to
That was the
to-
fight.
Yeah, that was the
to
fight.
the abilities. I understand, and they did it. They were like, they've been trained to become, these.
Badass
soldiers,
super soldiers.
So them adjusting to it, I get it. I was
Yeah,
like, that's
yeah.
cool. That's cool with me. And that's why you
Yeah.
saw those badass fight scenes. Now, if you don't like that,
See, but what I
don't
didn't
know.
like was that Superman was so weak throughout the movie. You know what I mean? He could barely handle these guys, right? I kind of wish he was more of a badass. You know what I mean? Because he got worked like in yeah. in
well,
Man
yeah,
of Steel.
because he's
Well, he
just
was one
barely
against
he's
three.
barely getting used to his powers.
No, yeah, that's what I mean. I kind of wish it was.
Yeah, but I mean, if you look at the villains, they came to Earth and they adapted far
Yeah.
faster than
Yeah.
Superman.
Well, they were like Edward was saying, they were military trained.
It don't
So
matter.
they were used to that. He wasn't.
I guess yeah.
no,
He
you
wasn't-
gotta put that.
You have to put
You gotta
that
put
as an
that.
involved because
Yeah.
they were
You
more
can't say,
military trained.
let's say that we would all of a sudden become, we as a nation become a.
Drop us in Afghanistan.
Yeah.
See how we do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
here you go.
Here's your AK,
I'd be
here's your
pretty good.
M4, here's your
Well,
your sidearm.
no,
There you go.
no.
You're gone.
You would in theory maybe yes because you do
Like
pretty
Halo.
well. Yeah, you've been
Fortnite,
kind of
not
through.
Halo.
You've been kind of through those situations, Even in airsoft, when we go do paintballing and airsoft, you do pretty okay. But I don't think you'd be doing okay
With the pressure.
physically out in the motherfucking life and death situations. You know what I mean?
No way.
Because on Halo, I got like 5 lives.
Yeah. But we're talking about
Real life situation.
physical ability
Yeah.
too.
But that's what I'm saying, though.
Yeah.
That movie was good, and they explained why they adjusted to it.
Yeah.
Because they were military trained, mentally and physically.
Yeah.
So that's why I have no problem with it. They at least say that.
Well, we can't.
No, we
No.
didn't. No, we're
No,
still.
you think we're
It's
good?
okay if we're talking about DC. I mean, it still falls in the realm of superheroes.
Okay.
Hey, it is.
I mean,
It's
we're
just
fine.
one
but
is,
it's
one is
just
successful and
when it's
very
not.
successful, and the other one is trying to
Get there.
actually get there and not doing it the proper way.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
What actually the one movie a couple of which I have not seen, which is also Wonder Woman. I have
Yeah.
not seen it, but I've heard a lot of you say that it's a good movie. But at least you could say that she started her movie, and now if you do bring her to a Justice League movie,
Yeah.
she at least has her story.
Yeah.
told.
Mhm.
See what I'm saying? Now, the other guys don't.
Yeah.
Issue. That's my issue.
Yeah. You think they should have?
They should have never brought that Justice, because it's even
They should have brought the origins first and all that.
always first,
Right.
because that's
well,
what
I mean, not always,
why
but
not?
because
Well, with DC, it works because they haven't really had a Wonder Woman movie until now, and that works. But I mean, well, Aquaman, I don't know if we're getting it or not.
Yeah, we are.
Are we getting it?
I heard that they're
Aquaman?
working on it, too.
Been
Okay.
confirmed?
Yeah,
Okay, so
got
with
the-
Aquaman, I mean, with
I think
Aquaman,
it's
it makes
working.
sense because we've never seen him on the big screen, so that makes sense.
And I would like a Flash movie.
What? that's a hard one for me. I mean, if they do Flash, they have to do it right.
Well, that's
They
what I'm
have
saying.
to
Though,
do
are
it
you
right.
gonna invest the time to actually give us a good story of Flash?
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? Are you willing to invest and get those people to look at the movie and be like, you know what, I want to see this movie?
Yeah.
That's the difference. Which Marvel did. Marvel invested the time, and yes, some movies have flopped here and there, but they're still some very enjoyable. You
Yeah.
can't say that about DC.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I think the only movie, well, there's a couple Marvel movies that flop, but the one that sticks out to me the most was Iron Man 3. That one flopped the
Yes.
hardest.
Did it?
Oh, Hulk.
And
Hulk one
well,
flopped pretty bad too.
well, at that time, the first Hulk
That-
was Fox, wasn't it? Right?
Yeah, but there
That
was
weird
it Fox?
I think it was
floppy
Fox.
one, right?
Yeah.
Floppy one.
Yeah, that word like
Yeah,
it looked
the,
like
the very first Hulk, just
Yeah.
They
Hulk.
did
That's
the
what it's called.
comic book transition.
Yeah, that's the very first Hulk.
Ang
Yeah,
Lee.
yeah, Ang Lee who did
Yeah, but,
Brokeback
I mean,
Mountain.
Yeah, but there was no bigger plan.
yeah, there was
associated.
no
They were
plan
just
out for
trying
that.
something new,
Yeah.
which
Ah,
didn't
true,
work.
True.
I kind of
Yeah.
like that Hulk because that Hulk was at least pretty strong. He was like jumping everywhere and like.
Yeah.
yeah.
That was the
Here's the
only
thing,
thing that made Hulk in that movie
Oh,
was
yeah.
that. But I mean, other than the movie itself was just terrible.
The Incredible
The
Hulk.
plot.
But the Incredible
plot.
Hulk, yeah.
That movie, I'm not gonna lie, I actually enjoyed. I've seen it like at least 8 times.
They
Yeah.
did a good
And
job.
I actually
on
wanna
that
see it
Hulk
again.
movie, yeah.
You know, now that I'm thinking about it.
I
They
don't.
did a good job with
Was it the second
Abomination
one?
in that movie.
Well, he's talking about the CGI. It
You want to see that first one?
doesn't age well.
Yeah, like looking back at that, Hulk is not as good as it was when it came.
Well, CGI wise.
Well, I
I mean, what
mean,
you're saying?
even if I get into dive into the storyline, you know, like it starts bothering me more and more the
Why?
more I for one, like they should have picked a different general, you know, a different actor.
Why?
You know,
I thought he did a good job.
I
I
thought
think
he
she
did
did a pretty
good.
good job too.
I hate that scene where they're like in a university
Oh,
and he starts like take him down, whatever. He starts a big old war in the middle.
Oh
of
yeah, yeah.
it says fuck everybody.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just fuck everybody. Yeah, just take down the Hulk right in front of kids and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. We're military, man.
The Hulk
we
monster.
gotta
destroy
Take it down.
one school and save
One
the rest of the
country.
United States.
Yeah.
yeah, and then
One university.
But they really did destroy the school. I mean, they probably
He did.
destroyed a
He-
portion
he-
of it, a small
Yeah.
portion of it.
He disregarded
yeah, he,
Oh yeah, the casualties. Yeah.
the possible casualties.
Casualties.
and
yeah.
and you know because it remember me, I get a flashback of that scene where the helicopter's coming down and Hulk is about to protect that girl, and you see the general no, you know, or stop.
Daughter.
Yeah. It's just like a stupid decision starting to start war in a university for
for his daughter.
yeah. So and then you know
Get the
other
abomination.
parts,
dude
you know,
right
Here's the
there.
thing, though. If I was a
But-
general, I would have started a war right there too. I would have done it right there in the middle. Man. I want Hulk captured.
Fuck that shit.
Capture his ass.
and
right
then
now.
you know the female, the nurse, what's her name,
Betty?
Betty.
Eddie's, yes.
Yeah,
She was a nurse?
No, she was
scientist.
a scientist.
Yeah, she was a scientist.
You know, they could have picked a better girl.
Yeah, I liked her.
I like
I
her.
liked her.
Nah,
Liv
nah,
Tyler.
It's,
who was,
okay, so see, just
She's
because of that, you don't like her.
It's because she's not an elf, you know.
She's not an elf.
Like
What
Lord of the
fuck
Rings.
is he talking about?
Or if she had the pointy ears, you would have been like, oh, that's perfectly fine.
Lord of the Rings, she was an elf. But
yeah, Betty Ross.
Betty.
I don't know. They I don't know, something. Looking back into it, you know, the vibe kind of doesn't not the same anymore.
Nah, that was pretty cool.
I like it.
I would have preferred Edward Norton to continue.
See,
his
that's
role.
what I wanted.
Yeah.
The Hulk, I wanted Edward.
No, but
Mark
he has a
Ruffalo-
weird voice though. It's like that.
it his voice?
I pitched.
It was Lou
No,
Ferrigno.
it's like
What? Real?
the voice of Hulk is Lou
Oh, no.
Ferrigno.
In that movie?
Yeah, it's all of it's Lou Ferrigno owns the rights of Hulk.
Get the fuck.
If he owns the rights for Hulk. He does.
You just found that out.
No, he does. I've known that forever.
So
Ever since he did the cheesy version of him being the Green Hulk, all in the green paint, he's copyrighted that ever since he started doing the Hulk. Ever since then.
Well, I'm not talking
Yeah.
about the Hulk. I'm talking about like.
Oh, you're talking about the
Okay,
actor.
the
No,
guy that's
yeah.
playing.
Edward Norton.
Wait, wait.
I don't like his voice. He sounds
as an actor?
As an actor.
What
Man.
the
Man.
fuck, yo?
You ever
Fight
watch
Club.
Fight Club?
That's why he don't.
You
I
watch
saw
American
the-
History X?
Did you see that?
I saw Born, you know, where he was at. Then I still don't.
Yeah,
like
but he
him.
was a punk and
They
born.
were punk and born, but if you watch,
He still has the same voice. You can't change
Yeah,
the
but
person's voice.
it's the context, right? You hated the actor in that movie, so you hate the actor. You haven't
Mm,
seen him in good roles.
Yeah.
Have you seen American History X?
It doesn't sound popular, so I.
They
It's a
challenge us.
popular
It
movie.
was very popular. Well, I didn't. see
Skinhead,
it.
right?
I like that one.
Is that when he's a
Love-
skinhead?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's
when
where
he,
he's the racist skinhead guy.
and then what other good movies is he in?
Did Fight Club.
Fight Club.
Done.
I don't know. I just like the new Hulk better.
Have you seen
Oh,
Fight
hell
Club?
no. This guy gets on there.
Have you seen Fight Club?
Uh-uh.
Can't talk about
Ooh,
God.
see, Fight Club. That sounds like a horrible
We
movie.
can't talk about
it. Yeah, we can't talk about it.
Fight.
No,
Don't mention
what?
Fight Club.
No, we can't talk about it.
The new Hulk acts better than
No, I
the
don't
second
like
one.
No.
Nah,
like
in Thor in Ragnarok, he kind of
He
disappointed
was in the
me.
Italian Job.
Yeah, I told you.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
a good
he said
movie.
he
It's a
mentioned
horrible
it.
movie.
Oh, that's a good movie.
It got bad reviews.
I haven't the Italian Job where they're in the Mini
yeah, the
Coopers.
Mini Coopers. Yeah,
I didn't watch that movie. I heard good things though.
that's a good movie.
I liked it.
And I guess
I actually
I
watched it
gotta,
a couple weeks ago.
guess I gotta go back
Second
and
time I
watch it.
watched it.
Yeah, but Mark Ruffalo in Ragnarok kind of disappointed me. The Hulk was cool, but Mark Ruffalo was like,
Yeah, but he didn't
Eh.
come until the end. You know, he was,
no, he was throughout that movie.
Whole movie.
no, but he was like what, halfway?
I haven't seen it. He's in the whole movie.
He was
He
well,
was halfway.
He's in most of the
quarter
movie.
of the way in. He pops up, but I didn't really like his acting. Ragnarok.
It's the way he talks. It's the way he talks as an actor. He kind of has like that low melatonin voice.
No, but I like him.
No,
In
because
his
he's
regular movies?
always like worried and stuff.
Yeah, it seems like he's like worried about shit.
No, because there was a conflict between him and Thor.
Well,
where
even in
he-
the Avengers movies,
remember?
he
A
always
little-
sounded weird.
No. I'm just saying where he cared
Oh.
who Thor liked more.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, I think that matters, yo. You were like one and the same. You can, because remember in the Avengers, he said he can control when he turned into the Hulk,
Yeah.
right? And then all of a sudden, I guess he was scared to turn into the Hulk in Ragnarok. So I was like, what?
well,
That
I don't
shit-
think he was scared because he's been in that Hulk phase for like a long
Yeah,
time.
but I thought he could control it.
he did.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, when he was gonna fight that big monster.
No.
at the end?
No. In the Avengers. That's what you're saying in the Avengers when he jumped up.
No,
and,
he's talking
and-
about
No, I'm talking
Ragnarok.
about Ragnarok. Have you seen Ragnarok?
I
No?
have.
bro,
haven't,
he
but
could
it's
not
okay.
control it,
Yeah,
yo.
he can.
He fell and hit the fucking ground
But he came back up.
after he was probably in so much pain.
Well,
Well, at the end of going back to the Incredible Hulk, at the end he's doing that meditation where he's controlling it.
Yeah.
So what's his name? So
Norton?
he should already be able to control it.
And it's funny because in the first Avengers,
but-
they showed how he could control it.
Yeah. When he's like,
that's what I'm
It's
saying.
like,
I'm saying he control. He was just stuck in a Hulk phase for like the
no,
longest time.
but he could.
He was scared. I was
Supposedly-
scared of not being able to come back either.
Yeah, but supposedly he could like go between
If you're
both of
saying
them.
that he's controlling, then that means he shouldn't
No,
be afraid
But
of.
did y'all watch
you know,
Did y'all watch?
going back
Did y'all
and forth.
finish Age of Ultron?
Yeah.
You remember
Well,
he
I
went
didn't see
went
this.
into space as Hulk.
No, he
Yes,
didn't.
he did. Yeah, he went into space as Hulk.
Oh yeah, he did.
Yeah,
did, so-
exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so
From
maybe that was the reason why he was afraid to go back to a human. Yeah.
Exactly, because that's basically his last transformation.
No,
to the
but
Incredible Hulk. That was it. That's when he flew on that ship. You
Yeah,
remember?
and he takes off. Yeah.
Yeah,
but
that was-
but
He never
but,
went back to human.
but that means the Hulk cared about Scarlett Johansson though,
Yeah.
because Scarlett Johansson was talking to him as he was leaving.
maybe turn off the button.
Yeah, but it was the whole relationship between Eric Banner. Was it Eric Banner?
Yeah, you're right.
Bruce Banner. I'm thinking about Eric Banner. Bruce Banner. Bruce Banner. It was the whole relationship between Bruce Banner and Black Widow that they connected, and so that translated into the Hulk. You know what I mean? So Hulk cares about Black Widow too, because that's when he
Sure,
turned
why
back.
not?
That's when he turned back in Ragnarok, when he saw Black Widow. So aren't they one and the same kind of?
Probably.
So they
I
should
haven't-
be,
like I said, I hadn't seen Ragnarok, so I don't know, but
'Cause-
probably.
because I mean, in the comics, or the comics and then the cartoons,
Well, in the comics in Ragnarok, he knows how to control it.
yeah.
And then when you're explaining to me in Ragnarok where he doesn't know how to
Well,
control it, that
if-
to me just
if
seems
he
like
didn't
a
have-
red flag already.
Mhm.
I did not like that whole part of it. That he was so scared to go between Hulk and
Human.
Bruce.
I bet you that's not gonna happen in Infinity War.
No, probably not. It'll probably
Because-
just, debunk
because
that
he was
shit.
because on that part that he slammed the floor, you know, he was confident that he was gonna turn into the Hulk. Like he was like, I got to control, and he jumped off the plane. You know what I mean? Like so that means he knows he has control of it.
but I think that
It just didn't work that one time. You know, you control
No.
99, and just that one time that didn't work.
No, I don't think so. I think they did that more for comedic purposes,
Yeah.
though.
That was like 99% that he controls.
Yeah,
it.
but still, he was scared to go to the Hulk and then come back, because he didn't know
No.
when he was gonna come back.
Not the time he fell off the plane though.
Because he had no choice.
No,
'Cause he had to save
he
the
was
people.
smiling. He was like, I know how to control this thing.
I'm just fine too.
No. But he was scared though. He was scared. That was his whole excuse throughout the whole movie.
He was scared.
Yeah, but until he had to, like you said, he had to. But he was confident when he did it, knowing that.
Yeah, but he didn't want to.
I think he did.
He didn't want to.
Yeah.
He's like, shit.
No, that's not what he said.
No, but in his
face-
head.
Those were exact
In his
words
head.
for that.
His
There's that
face
shit, I
expression
have to
showed
jump.
something else though.
Well, you gotta watch that movie.
Yeah, let's watch it.
He was scared. He was
Let's
scared.
go to
turn
Walmart and go buy the damn movie. We're watching it tonight.
Voodoo.
Yeah, I got it on Voodoo.
Oh, you got it. Okay, voodoo. Got the voodoo.
But anyway, I didn't like that whole conflict. Him being scared to turn into a Hulk.
Yeah, because I think, like I said, by this time right now, comic book wise, he should already
You should already
know how to-
already.
How to
Yeah, so
transform in
His
and out of him
development is a
being
little
the
bit
Hulk.
back.
Because
behind.
don't they establish good relationship between Bruce Banner and the Hulk, even though he calls him puny human and all that,
Yeah,
right? Still beneficial to be both of them. Still,
basically, yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit more right you, Edgar.
So let's say, on this Infinity Wars, he controls it. You start seeing the mini. He starts talking about little Bruce, and you see that conflict just like in the comic books.
Hmm.
Would you like it a lot better
If he didn't have that conflict,
No, if he does have it on this Infinity War.
hell nah. He should be a beast. He should be like whenever he's needed. It's like, all right, it's time to turn into the Hulk.
He should be
And
last
start
resort.
smashing.
Yeah, he should be last resort.
Yeah.
Like that's
Yeah, but it's better when he has that confidence. He just turned into the Hulk because he did it in Avengers, and that was pretty badass when he just turned into the Hulk at the last scene or because he was never the Hulk until that last.
until that one
in the
part
beginning-
when Loki threw him down that little shaft. Remember where he was turned into the Hulk. No, that wasn't him. No, he got thrown out when Hulk threw him through when Loki threw him through that shaft on the shield helicarrier.
Oh
And
yeah, he
just
turned
flew-
back.
He turned to
back.
Hulk and he just landed in that fucking earth. He just landed into a
Yeah, and then
destroyed building.
he was
and
driving that little scooter.
Yeah, and he was human. Yeah.
Came back and see he switched like back and forth through there.
So he has control of it.
In
Yeah, but he
Avengers,
doesn't.
In Avengers, he does, but for some reason, if you're saying Thor Ragnarok, he doesn't have.
He was
Control over it?
just stuck on this Hulk phase for like the longest time.
Oh, okay.
He was like who knows how long he was in space. But he was just there for a super long time. That's
but
it.
He
And then what? Like he landed on that weird planet and they made him fight. So definitely he's not gonna go back to
but
regular Banner.
did you guys ever see that movie, Planet Hulk?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Planet Hulk kind of became more conscious,
Well, that's how it should be.
That's
Yeah,
what he
this
was
point.
on
but he
Ragnarok.
wasn't. He wasn't. It was like more of Bruce's side came into the Hulk.
No,
Planet
No,
Hulk
the
didn't-
Hulk makes his own consciousness.
In Planet Hulk,
Yeah,
Yeah, he-
when he switches back to Bruce Banner, he's Bruce Banner. He's not the Hulk.
That's the way.
yeah, I
Ragnarok
thought they
was.
were kind of mixed
Well, they are
Oh.
because he. Well, the thing is, Hulk.
to be able to switch back and forth.
Yeah, the thing is, like, Bruce Banner can talk to the Hulk in his consciousness, and then the same thing reverse. The Hulk can talk to Bruce Banner in his consciousness. Like they have
Yeah.
communication with each other, even though they're not the same person, they're the same body,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
they have communication between each other.
Because that's what Thor said on that movie. He was like, "I know you're in there, Bruce," and then
Yeah.
Hulk didn't care. He just beat him up anyway.
Yeah,
See, but I didn't like that. I didn't like the fact that basically the Hulk didn't care.
You just being a hater.
No, but
Hulk
you,
hater.
You just trying to find a flaw.
No,
same thing
no,
with
I
the
enjoyed
other-
the movie. I liked the movie. I'm not saying I didn't like it, but I didn't like that part of it. You know what I mean? It was like I thought it would have been better if like Hulk was more cool with Thor, but
yeah.
because of Bruce Banner. You know what I mean? Because Bruce was always cool with Thor. You know what I mean? But it wasn't like that.
It wasn't like not yet, even though it should be.
It turned into that.
Yeah, like I said, it should have been. Well, it should have been. It could have happened sooner, but it took a while, like you said in the movie.
Yeah.
He
But-
should he should. have
But
full
still,
consciousness.
the whole control between Bruce and Hulk should have been more of a stable relationship.
Yeah.
But there wasn't, because Bruce was scared to turn into the Hulk. I was like, what the hell? Why would you be scared?
It's a one-time
Baby.
thing, but we're slowly coming to an end of time, and but I want to get into leave on this note is Infinity War. Who's your favorite Avenger?
I mean, you guys, my favorite Avenger, the Black Panther.
Really? Came out.
Yeah, I would say Black Panther. I would say Black Panther. 'Cause he pretty much doesn't have a flaw. Pretty much.
Not right now. No.
No, but when I saw the movie, it's like he's benevolent. There was a lot of conflict between him doing the right decision and being king.
Yeah.
I like that. And he ended up making the best decision that he could make with what he got. And him as a character, I like the way they built him in the movie. They didn't really do that with,
Oh, okay.
because,
Got you.
well, I guess maybe just because it's the first movie and tried their best to,
And they did.
but I guess some of us still have to watch.
Yeah, not
I'm almost
Raging.
like 8 months.
Who's your favorite Avenger right
my
now?
favorite Avenger at this point.
That you'll be sad that if he dies.
Oh, if he dies. So yours is Black Panther. If he dies.
You didn't
Or-
say that.
Well,
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
that's the
you didn't say
question.
Yeah, you changed the question on me
Oops.
then. So I'm like, if his be Black Panther.
so just I'm
My-
throwing you a different question.
Mine would be to see him go.
Yeah. Okay,
To
fine.
see him
Okay, you
die?
get 2 questions.
Okay, my favorite Avenger would be Black
Black
Panther,
Panther.
just because he's pretty cool. But if I were to see somebody die, it would be Spider-Man.
All right. Raging.
My favorite Avenger at this point, probably Thor. It's just because they've kind of built him up to be somewhat of a cool looking god that we haven't seen portrayed on the screen. Good Avenger to throw in there.
Even without his hammer.
Yeah,
That, that long hair.
I
Oh,
don't care about the long hair.
you don't think he's cute now?
he's cute.
He's still hot. What are you talking about? Even
He
with
look-
the short hair.
He looks like more of a badass though, with the
Yeah,
short
he
hair.
does.
Yeah,
And now that he's missing the eye like Odin,
Oh, yeah.
that makes him even more of a badass.
he is
So
pretty badass.
Yeah, and like if you see him on Ragnarok, when he has short hair and he puts the helmet,
Ah,
he actually
yeah.
looks a lot better.
yeah, that and that's funny because that's what Thor should be. With that helmet, that's like the aspect of what his helmet is.
You know what I wish? Well, kind of going back. Buffalo Bill, that weird looking guy with that has Thor's power, kind of.
I don't know.
They got a statue of him in the big tower where they fight.
Which movie?
Buffalo Bill,
I
Ragnarok.
don't. I didn't watch Ragnarok. Why you keep asking me Ragnarok questions?
No, because I thought you would have known Buffalo Bill.
I've seen Ragnarok. You keep Ragnarok. I'm like, I haven't seen it.
Damn it! I keep forgetting. But anyway,
Okay, so anyways, the character I would be surprised to see die would probably Hawkeye. And they haven't
Okay.
really shown him in this trailer. Seems kind of as an outcast, but I mean he probably will be somewhere in this movie. Hawkeye to me is like the one likely that it'd be a shock because I mean yeah he's human, but he's like got dead eye shots everywhere, so
Yeah.
kind of hard to kill him. He knows what's coming at him, but Hawkeye would probably be
Bad.
out there, and it would be sad because we already know we've established in Age of Ultron he's got kids, he's got a wife that he.
no, but you're saying that would be the character that would sad for you to go.
Yeah, Hawkeye pretty much because they kind of gave him a base in Age of Ultron, like that more
Yeah.
about him. He's got a
Mhm.
family, he's got kids, like he's built this secret
Yeah.
about his life, and then see him die in the movie.
Yeah. Well, then correction on what I just said. It was Beta Ray Bill. Not Buffalo Bill.
No, Gatorade Bill.
That's all.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what kind of Western
Yeah,
lore
I
is
know.
this?
But anyway,
Edward?
9 Gates. What you got?
Actually, I'm a Captain America guy. I really like that character. And it would be sad if he goes on this. Talker to me.
Yeah, because you want you've been waiting for like the longest time, Captain America and Wolverine. Possible now.
well, it would be reboot, right? They did do
No,
that.
well, no, I don't think so. I think they could just start like in you know how, because Captain America is always trapped with the old timeline, you know. So if crazy theory, if they do bring X-Men, you know, at the Infinity War at the end, you might see Wolverine, Magneto, and you know Professor X, and you can see, hey, I remember you, you know, kind of deal.
Oh yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah. Remember
So-
back in the days.
Yeah,
Yeah, that would be cool.
The shield.
Yeah.
I'll be.
that'd be like the only thing I would like to see, just those three guys, Magneto, Professor X, and Wolverine.
Yeah.
Because those are like the four of X-Men, and like the ones that we're okay with, you know.
The ones that are relevant to us. I mean, there are more other one. There's a lot more relevant ones to us, but you,
Yeah.
Mojo.
I like that.
let's go with
Oh, Ivan. Okay.
Captain Kernal.
Sizzlor.
Captain Kernal.
Okay.
Both.
I thought
Slash
no, I,
Sizzlor
I thought we
slash-
decided Sizzlor.
Sizzlor's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
that we call him the Sizz.
Yeah, we're gonna stay with Sizzler from now on. All right, right there.
Yeah, because we established that in the beginning
Yeah,
of
we
the
said-
last episode.
Okay.
Sizzlor.
Yeah, the
Or that's
Sizz.
it.
Sizzler. Who's your favorite Avenger and hate to die on this Infinity War?
Favorite Avenger. Hate to see him die.
Oh, Drax.
Man,
No, I don't
both
think,
both favorite Avenger and who would you like?
He's an Avenger now, so
Yeah,
I would include him.
You might as well
Then-
throw all of those
That's what I'm
characters in
saying,
the
like, I
movie.
mean,
Yeah,
anybody who's gonna be an Infinity, it doesn't matter.
Who I would hate to die is the Rock dude from Thor Ragnarok.
Korg.
Yeah, Korg.
Korg.
Just how sad would it be if you see Thanos like crush him?
Oh, that would be kind of
Which one was that guy? I can't
Korg,
remember.
the rock guy. Oh, it's another Doug. It was Doug. I'll call you new
Remember
Doug.
Thor was in the same prison with him, or in the same arena?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, he's like, yeah, time for the revolution.
yeah.
Yeah, he would really suck if he died. I'd be like, oh man, he just showed up. Dead.
He's like, what happened to my what is it? That little bug guy that he carries around
Yeah.
at the end.
Oh well.
What happened to your friend? Oh, he's dead. Yeah, that guy. That would be. I think that would be kind of funny if he gets wrecked. His reaction to it. Oh no. Oh guys.
Too soon.
Mine would be, I'm actually really liking this new Spider-Man, you know, so I definitely would say Spider-Man. He's my favorite one right now. I do like a lot of people, but I think Spider-Man's be my favorite one. Just because they finally picked a good actor, and he's pretty funny, you know. I like the way they brought him in and everything, you know. So he's been pretty good. To hate to go, I think I would say War Machine. You know, just
Really?
because I think he has so much potential. You know, he's supposed to be like a badass, right? And the fact that, you know, they don't highlight him, you know, like to be a big guy, you know, like a badass.
So
Avenger?
You think he would be kind of wasted?
Yeah, I think because one of my favorite parts in Civil War is at the obviously at the airport, but Ant-Man picks up I think a truck or something,
Yeah,
you know, and he's about to swing it at him,
Yeah.
and bringing his two guns. He's like da 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 da. He
Oh,
tears
that
out
was
that
cool.
he tears
Yeah.
that truck down, you know,
Yeah.
and it's not enough to hit him.
Yeah.
And that scene became one of my favorite scenes of War Machine, and I was like, you know what, they could really do something cool with him, you know, because he's supposed to be all these guns and everything, you know.
Yeah.
And I feel like they've kind of desized him as a character, that I would hate for him to be the one to die, because I already thought he was gonna die when he fell out the sky, you know.
Oh, in Civil War, yeah.
Yeah. And
Damn. I'm not
Savage
gonna
over
lie.
here.
I'm not gonna lie. I was waiting for it, and then
Somebody's gonna
you
die.
guys
Yeah, because
opposed.
nobody really did die
I
in
was
Civil
mad.
War,
Nah.
and we kind of were expecting someone, but
Not
he was
really.
the closest.
Wasn't Captain America
In the
the Civil War storyline?
it actually
Iron
goes
Man.
longer than that. Like
Yeah.
there's a bigger story because like the Civil War they drag on mutants and
Ah, okay.
stuff, so like they can't do that
Yeah.
in the movies. So I guess they kind of just
Yeah, but ultimately he was supposed to be the hero, right?
Yeah, so like, that'd be my guy because I think he'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
I hate that he's old. Like
Don Cheeto.
yeah, like he's older than
Most of the
Tony
fucking
Stark and everybody.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I guess he looks kind of funky sometimes.
I
But
mean, he was badass in Iron Man too.
do you think they should have kept the other guy?
yeah, because they put an older guy. Like he has white hair.
What was the other guy's name?
He went to go do what's that movie show?
Empire.
The show
Empire. Yeah.
Dude, I mean, if you would have actually, yeah, if the first actor would have been in the Civil War, and then he would have fell from the sky, and then I would have been like, oh, please save him. No, yeah, because I should like how he
Terrence
Howard.
Howard.
Acting.
Terrence
Terrence
Howard.
Howard. Terrence.
Yeah. So
It's funny he's billed in the first Iron.
There was no war machine.
And there was
in the
no
first
War
one.
Machine in the first.
See, and you really haven't seen Iron Man use his whole potential. Whatever happened to his proton cannon?
Yeah,
That would have been awesome.
I was always like,
Maybe we'll
wondering.
see it in Infinity War. Maybe
Thanos slap it.
Thanos see the proton cannon.
Was that was that just from the game or was that from the comics?
No, that's from the comics.
That's from the
That's from
proton
the
cannon.
comic. Pretty much, he builds a proton. Like a little bitty, like he. I guess he uses Ant-Man's PIM technology.
Oh,
So like that's how it gets super huge. So he uses that and he uses proton. That's that. Because when you see it in like Marvel, or if you've ever read the comics, like bitty thing, he just pops up, turns into a giant gun. He just
well, guys, we have run out of time.
oh man.
And I want to thank everybody for joining us and coming and joining us again, Raging and Sizzlor. Any last words before we go?
Happy St. Patty's
Yeah,
Day.
Happy
St.
St. Patty's Day, lads.
Fuck the mayor with us.
Have 5 pints of whiskey.
Careful with the beer.
Alright, guys, be safe out there, and hopefully you guys enjoy this podcast, and hope to see you guys next Saturday again. Thank you for watching ArmedMojo and Friends.